Good morning. How we doing? We've got a Tony coming in voting. We've got a Will. How are you? We've also got a Painted So. We've got a Scott. Hello. How we all doing? We have a Sub Sunday, which you guys voted for. What happened was, chat tied the vote between these two. So last week we worked on the little kitty cat. We got him mostly done. I need to figure out how I want to do the potions, and then he'll be done. But today we're going to do the other part of it. So we're going to work on Neriah. I'm actually going to zoom in. I just realized we're a little farther out. I've been working on my anime repaints and they're so much bigger. We'll zoom in here. This is from CA Sculpts. We started this actually on another Sub Sunday a long time back, and it's time to get back to her. So I think the plan is we need to work on this side a lot. And we need to get wings a little further along. And I really want to start. She's got this really sick glaive. That'll go here. And I kind of want to start the glaive today. So I don't think we'll finish her today, but we should be able to get a good amount of progress in. So that's what I've got. What are you guys up to today? Raven Lord, good morning. How are you? Part of today is also going to be color matching because we worked on her a long time ago. And I don't remember all the colors. So we're going to have to do that as we go here, which could be fun, could be frustrating. I guess we'll see. But yeah, what are you guys up to this weekend? We finished dog sitting, so we had to take the doggo back home for my mom. I'm glad because it's been a little bit of a zoo here this last week with watching both of them. And then I ended up playing a lot of video games today. Nice. Man, what have you guys been up to before I do any other updates? Because we actually have a busy week this week, chat. Hoot, welcome in. We're doing well. How are you? We're getting started on our Sub Sunday. Did I do that as... Can I say that's skin tone? Or I think that's still suit. Either way, we're going to shade it for now. Here by her arm. Going down her side. Yay! Busy week, Big Boss. Hello, how are ya? How's your weekend? Yeah, I'll tell you all about that here in just a little bit. We got some cool stuff this week. Anyways, this finished Sterngard. Next project will be the kill team. Been thinking of doing. Let's go. Sorry, refresh my memory. Which kill team is this that you're thinking about? Oh, Saren, good morning. How's your weekend? How's everyone's weekend? What have we been up to? Yesterday, I finished the main story of the latest Yakuza game. I basically just made a beeline for the end. Because I needed to know what happened to the main character before it was spoiled for me. So I did that, and then I started a demo on the Nintendo Switch. I started Unicorn Overlord, which is very good. It was one of those where like, oh, I'll just start it and see if I like it. And then 2 hours later, I look up and it's like, oh, I guess I like it. Because I finally start working, it is a Sigmar release box. What are we starting with? What units? Doing well, been slightly productive. What have you been up to, Big Boss? Alright, you guys want to hear about our busy week here coming up? Speaking of video games, we're going to be streaming 2 different video games this week. Because we can. The first one, we're going to do Power Wash Sim, the 40K DLC. That's on Tuesday. So I went ahead and I got the game, and I did like the some of the other freebies they've given away, just to kind of see how it works. So I did their like Final Fantasy VII crossover. And it's really satisfying. It's kind of fun. So we're going to take Tuesday. It doesn't go up until noon. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint in the morning and then we'll swap over to Power Wash Sim. That'll be on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, I got a code for a cozy game. So we're going to have a Wednesday stream with video games. So we've got a busy week this week. Hey, Mr. Washburn. No doubt I'll end up playing that. Power Wash Sim was really satisfying until you get to that last little, like, 1%. You're looking for that very last speck of dust, and then I got a little frustrated. How are you? Have you played some Power Wash Sim before? Who has already played the game? Who's thinking about picking it up for the 40K stuff? I had watched Scott play some of it before, so I wasn't, like, completely new to it, but I hadn't played it myself. Yeah, it's satisfying. I also didn't know there's co-op. Let's see who says, built a Marshall and his buddy, the dude with the cauldron. Big Boss started picking up some stuff to prepare for a move this summer. I have lots of board games. I'm glad you're starting early. Moving and packing is just so much work. So much. Rainbow says, thinking of building a Phobos team with a lot of custom stuff, making them like Spec Ops sort of themed. Could use some of the Forge World Space Wolf decals I have floating around for them. Probably a multi-tone gray-black scheme for them. That'll be cool. The Forge World decals are really nice. Really nice to use. Let's see, Paint It So is finishing Salamander's off for the February challenge. Let's go. They're looking so good, Paint It So. Thanks for joining us. They're looking amazing. I did finish up, I don't have as many minis as some of you do, but I finished up my little Pterodon riders. So I had to do the basing the other day. Now they're all ready to roll. I'm going to get photos of them, maybe later today. Lay out them. And then I've been working on our next YouTube video with Piccolo. Do you guys want to see Piccolo? Here he is. I have to record some B-roll stuff, which I've never recorded before, so that'll be fun for YouTube things. But I worked on him. And then I also got a base started for Gorm. I decided to keep him simple and just do the blue for the antenna, just to get him finished up. But there's Gorm. I knew you guys all wanted to start your morning with some Gorm, so there you go. Glad I could do that for you. So that was the kind of end of week hobbying. I got the next 2 Chaos Knights primed. We will probably work on them here this week on stream. I think the plan for Tuesday with Power Wash Sim is to do some Chaos Knight painting into Power Wash Sim. So some Warhammer while we Warhammer, you know? Figured that would be a good idea. Rise, welcome in. How are you? Gorm the ever cute. And Son of Horus. Hello. I'm so glad you're here for Gorm. Look at that. I bring out Gorm and people show up. It means I need to have Gorm on more, I think is what I'm seeing. How are you both? How's the weekend? We are getting started, getting back to the Guardian of Time, which we started forever ago. And we need to get back to. So, chat decided. It was this and a kitty cat that we needed to work on, so now we have worked on both. It's true, yeah. Gonna start running little stream experiments here. If Gorm on stream, view count. Uh-oh, the Bjornings are gonna make you go cross-eyed. How many have you been working on here? I'm assuming that means we're batch painting them, getting them ready. Hey, Wasteland Ranger, welcome in. How are ya? Weekend was good. How's yours? Pretty good. Yesterday, I played a bunch of video games. We had been puppy sitting my mom's dogs. Got her all dropped off. Which is good. We both feel like we all just needed the house back, you know? You know? And then started another demo for a game last night. It was also very good. I'm gonna save the last 5 Stern Guard, which were my stretch goal for next squad month. Don't know why, the Stern Guard really took a lot of effort to do, despite not being more complicated than other stuff. I was gonna say, March is gonna be Painter's Choice. I don't know if you wanna save them for that, but figured I'd mention it just in case. But yeah, units are a lot. Batch painting units is tough. There's a reason I did a unit of 3. Well, for all the love that is decent and somewhat socially acceptable, vote Knights. We do have another sub Sunday vote. Will is trying to get your vote. Exclamation vote. We've got Knights. We've got Malifaux. We've got Spider Ogres for Malifaux. The Whiskey Golem, if you guys want to see me finish that, that's in there. If you guys want to vote, it is up. Currently 11 on handles. That's the last 11 for now. There's still 7 that haven't been primed because they aren't in the Adepticon army. Yeah, those can wait. Don't worry about those. Those can wait. Wasteland Rangers finished the base colors on the Redemptor Dreadnought for Crimson Fist. Very nice. That's awesome. Malifaux, more like Malifaux. They look really cool. Between that and the Whiskey Golem, like, there's no bad choices on there for Malifaux. They're both pretty cool. Sorry, I'm going back with black and actually just putting some black in our darkest shadows before we start diving in. We definitely need to do some more highlights today. And I wanted to do a little bit of black lining before we hop in. Wraith, you're more like Wraith Stinker. Got him. Got him. The little Lancers, if we do those, I think it's the House Caesarian is the yellow and black. That's what they will be. They will go with my Legio Kratos. So we would have little bumblebee knights if we do knights. I'm taking a month off. Lots of life going on right now. Plus the week of holiday. Want to make sure I don't burn myself out. That's a good idea, Ravenlord. Proud of you. Proud of you. Good idea. Right here. That'll be tough because we have to build it. So depending on what takes the lead today, I might have to do some build. Now 3-1 on challenge months entered and finished. That's great, Ravenlord. Awesome job. But yeah, I think it's really important to know when you need that break. So good job. Sometimes you just need to step away. I'll be honest, I'm having a little bit of that with Warhammer. I don't want to work on Warhammer for a little bit. Like, I'll do the commission stuff, obviously, but my personal stuff? Nah. Like, for March, I'm trying to think of something else. Like, I thought about doing the terrain piece for my Seraphon, which does need to get done. But I also was thinking, maybe I get a Kingdom Death model or something out, you know? Maybe we should mix it up a bit. I stupidly mixed basing stones with basing gravel a while ago. Just separated them. Worth it, but it took longer than I thought. I hate when you have that moment of, I shouldn't have done that. I hate when you have that realization. A vote for knights is a vote for freedom. Chat, you don't hate freedom, do you? Big questions in the chat today. Big questions. Honor first, hello, how are you? What you up to today? I also found a shop that still has a Land Raider. Oh, Crusader. Gonna max out on the big one. There you go. Okay. Back of that shield's gonna be a pain in the butt later. I'm just doing a little bit of shading back there right now, but I'll probably tackle that later when it's a little easier to get a good angle on it. We get it, you've been playing health. What has everyone been playing? I mentioned I've got a few things lined up for this week. What game's everyone playing? Rat, hello, how are you? The newest Yakuza is very good. I do need to go back. There's like 3 whole games in that game. So there's like an entire like Pokemon mini game that I barely touched that I'm gonna go back for. There's like a whole Animal Crossing island that I barely did anything with. There's like, yeah, there's 3 games in the game. So now that I've finished the story, and I feel like I can take a little bit more time, I'm gonna go back and do all that. Alright, I'm gonna start trying to color match some of our gold here. I don't remember exactly what I used. I feel like this might be a little too... Let's try it. Either this or Xandri Dust, and I don't remember what I went with. We can always change it too if I feel like... I kind of like the colors we've got going on, but... if we need to change it, we can change it. Hey, Adrian Sprash, welcome in! It's going well here, how are you? We are working on... Chat decided we should get back to the Guardian of Time today, so... I'm trying to remember what colors I was using. What are you up to? What have you got on the table? Erebri, thank you so much for that sub for 32 months of support. Thank you, thank you. How are you? Thank you, thank you. Alright, so tempting to brute force through the funk. Damn, this yellow. I don't know. I feel like maybe a break would be good too, Rat. Sometimes brute forcing is just not the way. A vote for Wraithseer is a vote for making Nikki do extra hobby and do cool color ideas on a neat canvas, so the Wraithseer would go with my Beal-Tan. If you guys like the Beal-Tan, that would be the next thing there. I used this wrong version of there. Someone delete. Nope, you're stuck with your shame. Mr. Washburn says, friends are trying to get me to play Last Epoch, but I'm like neck deep in a Stormcast commission. Want to get it done. We're in a fun game. Will take me away. If you need the break, though, I think a break is important. Anyway, so still on the Fortnite train with friends. Tapering off a little bit, but it's nice to be able to hop on and chat with buds for an hour or so while playing. I think that's, yeah. Something that you can hop in and out of is really nice to have. Like gaming-wise. Where you don't necessarily have to put in a ton of time if you don't want to. Those are nice to have. Glad you guys are enjoying it. A great looking model. This is from CA Sculpts, who is my favorite sculptor. And I think she's beautiful. And I'm a little sad we put her down a while back. I feel like I needed a little break from her, and then I didn't come back. So Chad is making sure I'm finishing my projects, which I appreciate. Thank you, Chad, for bullying me into finishing my stuff. No break must... I mean, after these. I mean, you don't have to paint all the time, but... In general, Chad, remember, this is supposed to be fun. If you're not having fun, taking a step back can be good. You don't have to do... As someone who does have to do it because it's my job, you don't have to do it if you're not enjoying it. Vegeta, welcome in. We're doing well. How are you? What you up to? Sorry, I'm trying to get this chest color matched. We're almost there. When I first building some models, got some more Dark Angels. Very nice. Need to prime models for Adepticon that haven't even started yet. Slam, hello. We bullying Nikki. No, we're bullying Slam. Hello, how are you? Mr. Flamingo Paints, hello. We are working on, this is Neriah, Guardian of Time. She is from CA Sculpts. And we started her a while back, and I set her down, and we just didn't come back. So now we're coming back. So here's the full model, in case you guys hadn't seen. She has, oh, thank you so much, Tim the Sorcerer, for that raid. You come in just as I'm explaining what we're working on today. How was your stream? What were you up to today? So we are working on Neriah. This is from CA Sculpts, like I was saying. She has these really sick wings, which I love. And then she also has this really cool glaive, which we haven't done like anything to. So this will come across here when we're done. She also has this cool like sundial base, which I need to start airbrushing. So I did some like zenithal kind of pre-shading, but yeah, that's what we're working on today. Welcome everybody coming in. We normally work on Warhammer. I'm kind of mixing it up a little bit. Lately we've been doing some Warhammer. I've got some Chaos Knights that I'm trying to get finished up this week. So here's one of our little war dogs. We've got some of the bigger knights. Oh, should I show them Gorm? I also love Kingdom Death. Here is Gorm that we've been working on. But yeah, just a little bit of everything here lately, which has been fun. Tin says, great, thanks. Birthday stream, more Elden Ring. This is the lovely Sculpt. Did the lighting on the head so well. Thank you so much. Where are you in Elden Ring? What are you working on right now? And did you see the DLC trailer? Because I'm so excited. So excited. Happy birthday! Was that today, or are we celebrating from the week? Happy birthday! Alright, let me scroll up here. I'm behind. Turn around on me real fast. You did ask, Slam. You did ask. You did make it easy to turn around. Video says I'm doing well. Been painting on this ogre general sculpt for my Imperial Ogres. I got home recently. It's been pretty fun. Good. Gorm the ever cute. That's right. He's been given a title. Scooting around. Oh, avoiding Morgoth. Okay. It's today. Happy birthday. Let's get some birthdays in the chat. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Tim the Sorcerer. Happy birthday to you. Birthday in Elden Ring. That sounds perfect. Oh, you're going to avoid it. Okay, I'll be quiet then. I'll be quiet. But it looks sick. I'm so excited. I'm just excited to dive back into that world again. I was going to get my strength build back together for when it goes live here. Got a lot of time, obviously, but that's my plan, is to get the strength build back. Yeah, they have the shields. I was gonna... Since we're avoiding the trailer, I'm gonna keep thoughts to myself here, but There's definitely a couple things I'd like to pick up for myself, my character. When we get back to it. Jesse, thank you so much for that sub for 41 months of support. Thank you, thank you. How was your weekend? I appreciate it. Optimus says, I'm gonna scoot. Have lovely days all. Enjoy rest of birthday. We'll see you later. Thank you again for raid. Chat, if you're not following and you want to check out some Elden Ring action, go give a follow. Thank you. I appreciate it. Everyone who came over with the raid, thanks for coming to check out some mini painting. We're gonna be working on this lovely today. Well, I guess now we can talk. If Tim the Sorcerer is bouncing, I'll give a couple, like another minute here, and then we can talk trailer stuff. Because I won't talk about it. Who else is going to be checking out the Elden Ring DLC? I think it's maybe safe to talk about. There's the warning if you don't want to. We're going to talk trailer. Oh, I gotta finish Elden Ring. I had to stop playing it because the computer I had, couldn't handle it. That's too bad. I hope you can get back to it. It was my first Souls game, and I'm so in love with it. I went back and I played... Now I've played Dark Souls 1 and 2. And their DLCs. And I'm just ready to dive back in. It's good stuff. We need some... This side, with our lighting, needs to be brighter. I don't know why I went so dark. Part of this project is also fun because I've done more non-metallic since we started this miniature. So now coming back and kind of reworking what I've done in the past is kind of fun. I watched VOD videos, breakdown of it, then realized how much I'd forgotten about the lore of the base game. That's fair. There is a lot, and it's all very hidden. The VTubers are invading the Warhammer hobby? I know. If I had the money, I'd have a rig. I was struggling to render enemies as I was running through areas or loading a boss. You would just die to an invisible. That's annoying. Yeah. Dark Souls 3 is the best one, my personal favorite. I need to start it. I have a very large video game backlog. It's in there. I have it. I just need to start it. I hop around too much. That's the problem. I hop around too much. Next thing you know, there is a Commissar VTuber. Commissar, is it Azura? There is one. Already done. Obviously, this person is Child of Radigon America, and I was like, yes, obviously. The bigger stuff, I remember. Some of the smaller, like, it's like a very small line on a very specific item, that kind of stuff. I'm like, wait, what? It's what now? I finished up Friends, Black Templars, 2 tanks, a crappy on bike. I'm guessing that's a chappy on bike. And the servitor are all I've left. Nice. It's nice when the finish line is in sight. I like the crappy on bike though. One thing I see on the Bird app are these hobby nerds being like, who was telling the VTubers about the Grimdark? Yeah, our Grimdark universe, as if. As if it hasn't already been really popular for a long time. Yeah, they've probably known. It's time to get more into it. I mean, there's more video games. There's more things to it. Obviously, more people are going to be hopping in more. Walter's Workshop, hello! How are you? Your emote's so cute. How are you? I'm waving. The fact they piece this lore together, completely random item, yeah. To be honest, kind of wild that they the foresight to put that kind of stuff spread out among items. Yeah, that's why I love the series so much. That's why I can sit there and watch those videos all day. It's all those little things that get pieced together. All these things, or if you do like a little extra exploring, you get this whole new like piece of the universe. So cool. Need a whip check posted freehand printer. Oh, in the Discord, I will check here after stream. We don't tend to do that during stream here. But yeah, after, I'll definitely take a look. Or if anyone else wants to take a look. We do have our Discord. The Discord is there in chat. Thank you, bot. You can post what you're working on. Come chat hobby with us. all that good stuff. Oh my! Walter is just fine. You leave him alone, Will. You leave him alone. What'd you up to this weekend? Cortex, welcome in. How are you? And Midwest, how we doing today? We're doing a sub Sunday, and chat decided we need to get back to this project, and I think chat's right. And thank you, chat, for the excuse to go back to this project. This is Neriah, Guardian of Time, and we started her on a sub Sunday forever ago. And we're getting back to her, so I'm gonna try and get more of this non-metallic figured out today. I want to get on the wings here just a little bit, and then start that sick glaive she's got. What is everyone else working on today? Do we have any hobby on the table today, chat? What projects have we got? Painting diorama. Oh, for Resin Beast. I'm excited to see everyone's stuff here soon. Are we feeling good for Adepticon deadline? How's it going there? Let me get some colors out for the wings now that I say that. I want to hop over. Take that. And what else we got? Looking for... I think Russ will be good. I feel like that's Thunderhawk or Dark Reaper on the wings already. I should probably get them out and do a little spot test to see what we're doing it. Here's Dark Reaper. I think Thunderhawk. Shut down. Oh, no. There it is. Okay. Hey, Shadow Sun, welcome in. Interiorist, how we doing today? Looking great so far. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Thank you so much. She has been a lot of fun to come back to. I'm excited we're doing this today. But yeah, she's going to have wings and a glaive we need to start. What are you guys up to? Let's see, Midwest has a squad of 5 Terminators, 2 Librarians, and a Captain to do. Big Boss says, Tiny Knights and Warhounds. Totally feeling good for the deadline. I feel like maybe not totally from that response. This is when I go eat something, I'll soldering up the LEDs for the bookcase. Very nice. Siren's working on fell bats this morning. Love it. Walter says, I'm a little worried about the Adepticon deadline. Treat it like a job outside my 9 to 5 from here on, so I think I'll be okay. At that point, you have to. Yeah, it's the calendar stops for no one. At that point, you kind of have to. Which is why I don't tend to do a lot of competitions. I don't enjoy that aspect of it. I will go and check out everyone's stuff, though. Everyone's gonna have so many cool projects. Gonders, hello! Working on Angron. The wings are looking so sick, though. How are you? If you guys have not seen Gonders, I know you post a lot on Twitter. I don't know how active you are on Instagram. Gonders has been doing like the biomechanical look, kind of like you see with tattoos, on Angron's wings, and it looks sick. But definitely a lot of work. It's gonna be Angron still here for a bit. But it looks so cool. Oh, this blue paint's dead. Let me get a different one. Poor paint's dead. Do you mean to tell me you aren't actually a platypus piloting a hyper-realistic meat mech? There's no way that's true. He's absolutely that. There's no way. He can't. Sorry, my Fenrisian Gray is beyond dead. Let me get a different color. Come on. Where are they? Here's one. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's see. Terry says, I attended a bazaar at my local game store and sold off, Pile of Shame stuff? It's... I don't know about you. We've been doing more and more of that, and it feels really good. I've been selling like some of my old world stuff because I'm not gonna be playing old world. Some Kingdom Death that I've had just sitting for forever and I'm never gonna get to, especially now that Gambler's Chest is here. It's been really nice, honestly, just getting some of it out of here. Has anyone else been doing some like spring cleaning? It just feels nice. Made some money back selling my Night Haunt set for Mage of Sigmar. Soul Worlds core set. I neglected for 4 years. Yeah, sometimes it's just, you're never gonna get to it. Get some space, some hobby money back. I feel that. We've been doing a lot of that, and it's been honestly really good on my brain to get some of it out. Mageson, welcome in. How are you? Oh, wing singular. It looks so good though. It looks so good though. It's definitely a lot of time investment though. Sold some old Empire stuff. It's being turned into Legion stuff next week. Very nice. Still have pile of shame to buy more stuff. Well, I mean, if it's stuff you actually want to work on though, that's worth it. If it's also like, if you're just gonna neglect the new stuff for 4 years, then maybe not the best move. But if it's going to stuff you actually want to do now, absolutely worth it. Selling pile of shame? Could be a good idea. Never. It's stuff you're never going to get to. It's kind of nice. Kind of nice. I can say my mental health with like miniatures, like just getting the backlog down a bit, feels good. And I'm just not spending as much money on miniatures either. Kind of focusing on what I've got. Obviously without the... I've pivoted to painting anime figures a bit, but they're much cheaper than Warhammer, so that's been kind of nice. Getting to work on something new and not spend as much money. Zip the mill. Gotta work off the shawarma from yesterday. Yum. Enjoy. Because I forgot earlier. Thank you, Slam. I didn't hear that one. What is happening? I heard the one earlier that Paint It So did. I didn't hear that one. Have to give up on them. I'm about to give up. Giving away some character on Overlord stuff. They're local. Never get around to them. I don't want them. Yeah, it's just kind of nice. Get some space back. You're not gonna get to something. Just nice. Hey, Iron Cash, welcome in. The sculpt is stunning. It is. So this is from CA Sculpts, who is my favorite sculptor. We started her a while back, and I'm a hobby butterfly. I hopped off of it. So now we're getting back to her, and she's beautiful. Welcome on in. Yeah, CA Sculpts has such beautiful pieces. Squeezel, welcome in. Paul Jones Life, hello. How we doing today? How's the weekend going? This is a project my chat decided we should get back to. So I do a sub Sunday vote, which, exclamation vote, you guys did unlock another sub Sunday. If there is something you'd like to see me work on, throw it in there. Throw in your vote. We've got Malifaux in there. We've got some Titanicus in there. We've got some Eldar in there. Gonna make me build Eldar this week, maybe. I'm gonna lay her down so you can actually see her. As we work on these wings. Oh, these wings could easily be the entire stream chat. These could easily be the entire stream. Oh, Rise, I'll get that hydrate here in just a second. New hobby light setup? Did you get something new, Paint It So? ADHD like the perpetual weight over my head. Granted, my backlog isn't huge, but large enough. Plus, I have a printer. You have the infinite backlog is what you have. The fact that you can just make your own backlog is really dangerous. Thank you, Rise. Reminder for anyone else. Get some water today. Eat some food. Take those meds. We're gonna work on these wings. Oh, goodness. Dual light. Ooh, from different angles. So it does sound really nice. Big Boss says, the prepping for the move has also kept my new purchases down. Hard to buy toys when you need to save tons. Well, that you'd have to move them all, right? Saving for the actual move, and then the fact that you would then have to load them all up. I wouldn't want to buy a whole bunch of new stuff if I just have to pack it all. I feel like that would be the biggie for me. Iron Cash has been looking for interesting non-GW sculpts to branch out and improve my painting. I think it makes a huge difference, Iron Cash. Whenever I'm kind of... I love Warhammer, don't get me wrong. I work on a lot of it. I'm also a commission painter, so it ends up being a lot of my work. Finding things like Malifaux, Kingdom Death, the 3D sculptors. Something where you can change your style up a bit and work on something a little different is so worth it. But yeah, there's so many smaller sculptors that have amazing pieces to grab. Whether that's STLs or through some of the smaller resin producers. Hey, Fermado, welcome in. How are you today? It says, took me 3 car trips to move all my Warhammer stuff, 3-hour drive. When we did move to this house, that was like the one thing we didn't let the movers touch, was the, we moved our Warhammer and our PCs. Everything else we were fine with them handling, but the Warhammer and the PCs stayed with us. Sorry, I'm pulling up the reference so I get the right angle on this wing. So I don't goof up the highlights. I have just their render of the sculpt that I'm pulling up. Actually looking into Conquest for next project. I know a lot of people have been picking up Conquest. The miniatures aren't for me, but I think it's really cool. I feel like, especially after like last Adepticon, I kept seeing more and more Conquest on my like Twitter feed and stuff, which is really neat. Yeah, chat, if you're... Who's working on things not Warhammer? What have you got? What are we working on? Or maybe what do we want to get back to? Just curious. Malifaux and Kingdom Death are kind of mine. If I don't want to work on Warhammer, I go to that. And then obviously we're doing the anime repaints, because that's been fun. Getting the cel-shaded effect figured out has been very rewarding from like a creative side for me. Try made the current Legions projects for the next purchases, have kept the back down long as well. Never be my own mover, just few of my stuff. For the big stuff, they can take it. Like, if they wanna... I don't want to move my couch and stuff. They can take that. My little stuff, yeah, I'll move that. The Warhams, the computer. I'll move my babies. They can have the rest. Well, John's Life is doing well here. Clean up a little bit. Watch the new season of the F1 series on Netflix yesterday. We need to watch that. We have not yet. I guess. How was it? Have you seen the previous seasons? How do we feel like this one was? Cell Shade Cell. I would like to do Cell. Cell is going to run into... So here's Piccolo that I am recording my tutorials for right now. Those arms. Getting all of the banding and things on the arms. Cell with all of his little splotchies. Has me, whenever we do Cell, I'm a little worried for all the splotchies. So much freehanding. I have a ton of unpainted D&D minis I could burn through. D&D minis are great for, like, trying new stuff on, too. So, like, OSL. Non-metallics. Because they're smaller. You don't have to go, like, all out. But they're good for some of those techniques and things. Piccolo, Stellar Mass Jack, welcome in. How are ya? Yeah, so he's my second anime repaint that I've been doing over on YouTube, which I'll throw in the chat. And trying to get... So I'm going to have one video for just him overall, and then a bunch of tutorial videos. So if you guys want to check that out, my YouTube is there. Speaking of YouTube, the January challenge video is also up. If you guys want to see what everyone painted for our January challenge in the Discord, go check that out on YouTube. There's a lot of cool stuff on there. Thank you, everyone who joined me. Sarah says, I have a bust from Ignis Art that stares at me from my desk. I really want to work on it, but it scares me. I have so many that I also need to work on, Sarah. I found out, that's actually how I found CA Sculpts, was all the ones that he did for them are the ones that I kind of fell in love with. That's how I kind of discovered CA Sculpts. Was all of his lovely work there. You have Piccolo. I do have orange Piccolo over there. I've got one. There's another one I'm eyeing up. Greedy, thank you so much for that sub for 62 months of support. How are you today? What you up to? Thank you, thank you, thank you. How have you been? Paul John's License. I enjoyed it. Maybe not the best season, but still enjoyable. I've watched them all over the years. Okay, cool. We have as well. We just haven't. We need to find a place to watch it, if that makes sense. I was testing a quick way of batch painting non-metallic gold on a D&D mini. The Flesh of God. Still need to work on that one, but I think it turned out pretty good. That's cool. What I guess since we're batch painting non-metallic, what is the kind of technique you've gone with for that? I feel like you could do like a quick little volume sketch and then either a glaze or a contrast over it. Working on a bit for my Vastor army and the Bio-Titan. Oh, you got the Bio-Titan. Well done. Congrats. That's super exciting. Are you going to end up kind of reinforcing the legs, or do you feel like it'll be okay without it? Right, welcome in. How are you? Been well, Greedy? What's new in Greedy World? It's so good to see you. Oh goodness, and a Bill! Bill, thank you so much for that sub. For 53 months of support. Thank you, thank you. Thank you both. How are we doing today? We are working on, this is Neriah, Guardian of Time, and I'm trying to get these wings situated today. I feel like we went maybe a little bright there, but it'll be some back and forth as we get it together. What you up to? Let's see, I haven't actually been watching any of the racing. Need to find an affordable way to do so. That's fair. I haven't been watching hockey for the same reason. Because the channel that used to have that we would watch is not part of our new package, and I'm sad. So I need to find a way to watch some hockey. It's annoying when you can't watch what you want to watch, especially when you're already paying for stuff. So far the legs are actually pretty solid. They have a lot of give. Managed to draw blood on myself with one of the front feet. Yep, that's working with NIDS. Yep, been there. NIDS and Chaos. Which, obviously, you have both. There are times when I'm streaming and I'm working on, like, Chaos, and I'll pull the model away from my hand, and there's just, like, where it's dug into my skin. That's how you know we're making progress. That's the initial airbrush of burnt red, cadmium orange, very light yellow. Sketch the yellow with the brush to ice yellow, white for final hands. Nice. Yeah, that sounds like it'd be a quicker workup. Sometimes you don't want to spend all the time on non-metallic, right? Not much for me yet today. I'm about to start working on Ruby Roo, though. Very nice. I was getting the basing started for Gorm, which Rise has now dubbed Gorm the Evercute. Try and get some of my Kingdom Death finished. That Disciple of the Witch we started too. I went back and I made her outfit black. It was too much purple. I keep working on her maybe this week. I'm excited to see your Ruby Roo. At least with Chaos, you can claim her for corn. I don't know if I want to feed these bugs my biomass. That does sound like it could get a little dangerous there, yeah. Yeah. I was telling chat earlier, I'll do it again here though. We've got a busy week this week, chat. We're going to be playing some video games here on stream. So Tuesday, the Power Wash Sim DLC for 40k comes out. It comes out at noon, which is like 2/3 of the way through stream. But what we're going to do is we're going to do, I think, Chaos Nights in the morning, and then swap over to Power Wash Sim. So we're going to do that on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we have a cozy game to play. So I have a code for a game, and we'll be playing that on Wednesday. So we do have a Wednesday stream for those who were hoping for Wednesday streams back. This week, at least, we'll have a Wednesday stream. So a busy week this week. I'm excited. Those are the D&D mini. Oh, and the whip as well. Okay, I will take a look. After I'll do it again. I'm excited for we've got that. We've got March for McCrae coming up. So we've got some Ultramarines that I prepped the other day. I got some cool stuff coming up, chat. Machine cleanliness is next to machine godliness. That's right. I think it'll be fun. I did the, they had the free DLC for Final Fantasy VII. They had like a crossover. I was messing with that the other night, and it's pretty satisfying, not gonna lie. So someone did a skin for Power Sim, the Adeptus Mechanicus. Oh, well, now it's gonna be official. That's in Power Wash Sim. Starting Tuesday. I thought we'd escape the monopoly that Nikki had on our Wednesdays. Nope. Finally free from the constant pressure of the Gorm mother, we find ourselves back under her boot heel. Yeah. Yeah, there's no escape. No. No. You're gonna come Power Wash Sim and you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. I don't know. I've reached that phase of streaming where I'm just like, heck it, I'm gonna do what I want to do, because I want to. Sir Patty of Nerdington, welcome on in. Thank you so much for bringing your community over here. We are working on, this is Neriah, Guardian of Time. This is a sculpt from CA Sculpts, and I'm trying to get these wings situated today. How was your stream? What were we up to today? Tell me all about it. Welcome, welcome. I know a knight graces us with his presence. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. How are we doing today? If you're new to stream, hello, I'm Nikki. We usually paint a lot of Warhammer. I've been working on some Chaos Knights here recently. We just finished up a whole bunch of Imperial Fists. I also really love Kingdom Death, and I'm gonna scare whoever sticks around are the real ones. Here's Gorm. So yeah, there's a little bit of what we like to paint. How are you today? Welcome, welcome. You've been practicing for Power Wash 40k. Download the normal game the other day. That's what I was doing. Yep. I wanted to see if I needed to do tutorials. 2, wanted to see if it would make me motion sick, and I was fine. So I think we're okay for Tuesday here. Because I know some people get motion sick off of it. Scott included. Yeah, Sir Patty, how was your stream? What were we up to today? No, I won't, Will. Because I've worked really hard on him. I'm going to leave him on my screen if you keep it up. I'm going to just leave him there if you don't like it. I worked hard on him, and I'm going to show him off. Hope you're good. Today was a good stream. Finished up early doing... Oh, I'm sorry. I hope that you're feeling better. If you are headed out, I hope that you feel better. I'm glad it was a good stream. For those who came over with the raid, what were we working on today? That way I don't keep Sir Patty here while we're recovering from headache. What were we working on? Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Hope you feel better. It's the worst having to be under bright lights and making noise when you have a headache, so I hope that you feel better. We need some food. That's like, we want Gorm. Go get food, Will. Go get food. I mean, Will's now painting too. Will's now got some brain bugs in progress. It's exciting. Let's see, started working on my ongoing Animal Companion project. Move on to Experimental Space Marine project. Made good progress on both, so it's all good. I'm glad you had some good progress. Those streams where you feel like you're getting stuff knocked out are the best. Well, chat, you know what to do. If you want to check out both those projects, we got Animals and Space Marines. Those are 2 things I know you guys love. Go click on that link. Go give a follow. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Everyone who came over with the raid, what are we working on? What do we got this weekend? I know I showed some of what we work on. I've got 40K, I've got Sigmar, the Kingdom Death I showed off. But I do a mix of my personal stuff and commissions. So we've always got a little bit of something going on here. What have you guys got? Will's painting? He is, yeah. Even in the Discord, I got receipts. I've woken up with headaches the last couple days due to allergies. They've been really bad here lately. I've lost hours to a game called Pacific Drive. I've seen people playing that. Is it pretty good then, right? Anyone else playing Pacific Drive? I need to actually like sit down and watch the actual gameplay. Every time you talk about Gorm, I have a moment where I think of the king. I remember the baby monster. Is it bad that I don't know the king? I only know baby monster. Her Pacific Drive is really good. Oh, SCP bullshit. Ever read that game? Oh, okay. Okay. Medallion, how you doing today? Okay. Is it pretty spoopy? Or is it more just kind of like unnerving, I guess? I'll have to watch some later today then. I just saw that it was like a lot of the left side of my Twitch was a lot of Pacific Drive. I hadn't actually tuned into any of it yet. I become a Flork sock puppet. Side spoop, but most a lot of loot goblining. Okay. Interesting. I'll have to check that out, chat. Not that I don't already have like 50 games I want to play, but like that sounds cool. I started the Unicorn Overlord demo last night, and it's very good. It is a kind of tactics game where you have like the overworld map, and then you go into the different battles. And I started it with like, let's just see if I like it. And then I looked up and it had been 2 hours, so I think I like it. I probably need to go up to GameStop, see if I can trade some stuff in, get like a shiny quarter for my games, and I'll probably pick it up to take with me for the Adepticon drive. But it's pretty good. It's like a 6-hour demo if anyone has a Switch and wants to try it out. I've got 4 whole more hours I can try. If it's one thing I know about Nikki, it's that she be gobbling ning. She's the gremlin meatball. I do be. You can break down those things like I want to do in Fallout games. Oh, okay. It's spooky and unnerving. You're stuck inside a walled-off part of the Pacific Northwest where weird science was done decades ago. Your only lifeline is an old station wagon that you modify to deal with hazards and unravel the mysteries. Oh, that sounds pretty cool, chat. I don't know. That's pretty cool. Like stalkers where there's, oh, okay, abnormalities and stuff. Interesting. Alright, well, good to know. Good to know. Alright. Do fit check. Here. I think I like that. We'll have the wing coming down right through the center there. Or the light, sorry, light source. We need a little bit more through here. Otherwise, I think we're good to start blending this in and maybe get the next one started. Pretty sure the vacation song is always stuck in my mind. Vacation. I feel like there's a lot of references I'm missing and I'm sorry. I'm not cool enough today. Alright, with our wings, I've decided to go with kind of our blue-gray. So this is a lot of Dark Reaper, Thunderhawk. And I've kind of moved to the Space Wolf colors. So Rust Gray and Fenrisian Gray is what I'm working with right now. So I like these. Got Are the Bengals, I think? Sorry. That's way cooler than me today. I'm sorry. Anyone else playing anything cool? I think the other game I want to start is, and I was kind of thinking maybe I do this before Unicorn Overlord, because I got the Super Mario RPG for Christmas. I think I've heard that's a little bit shorter, so I think I'm gonna start that before I dive into something gigantic. Let me start that later today. All I can think of is Holiday Road from the Vacation movies. And no need to apologize. I'd be surprised if anyone who, isn't Danish had any idea what I was rambling about. I got you. Okay. That is tough when there's like a regional thing. I was like, what? Sometimes our UK friends will mention something. I'm just like, I have no idea what song you're talking about. Sometimes they don't make it over here. Okay. That helps me though. I love you more than Miyazaki loves poisonous swamp biomes. If you don't let me rig the vote for Titans, I'll cry. You're gonna have to convince chat the Titans are the way to go. Chat, how do we feel about that? How do you feel about Will trying to rig the vote for Titans? I don't know how I feel about that. This is the project. Straight to threats. No bribing. Straight to threat. I can vote Titans. I will cry genuine large man tears. This is kind of your time, Will, because there's no Ludba on the vote. I decided to leave it off because I feel like people were maybe a little burnt out on it. Because it wasn't in the initial, like, what should we work on? Vote. Alright, wings are getting there. They're definitely not done. They're getting there. Which means we have to do it all over again. We're in Gondor's hell right now, where you do part of a wing and then realize you get to do it all over again. And then one more time. Sorry, 2 more times after that. Because you have a whole nother wing to do. This is the hell that is painting wings. It's like, that looks really good. Time to do it all over again. Immediately. Yep. Yep. I knew you were an absolute champion. Bill, you can't just give away your... Don't give away your votes for free like that. Like, haggle a little bit. Haggle a little bit. Don't just let him have your vote like that. You know? It's not health therapy, or I'll need therapy. I don't know. Yeah, let's see where you're at today, and then we'll see where you're at the end of Angron. that'll be our answer. Wherever we end up at the end of Angron is our answer. But he's gonna look sick though, and that's the important part. That's the important bit. I already voted, so sadly it's too late to sway me. No bully. I'm not bullying, I'm just saying. Bill just giving away votes for free? In this economy? No. If you two would like to vote, either with Will or against Will, the link is there in chat. It should be next Sunday, unless it is something that I have to put a lot of build time into, and then we will put it off a week, but should be next Sunday. What if one day I snap? Uh-huh. I go absolutely feral for Ludba. Is that what you want, chat? Are you sure you want to ask that question? I've learned. You don't ask questions that you don't want the answer to. Don't ask for things you don't want the answer to. This might be an important lesson for Will. What if I found pinup nights? Like, what if we found that? Since you want us to work on Little Titans so badly, what if I found you pinup? Most of us have already snapped. You can join the club. Yeah, Trash is waiting for you to join him. You've been very patient. Will snaps 3 times, says, "Oh no, y'all, I done it that enough." Moving his head side to side, that's right. And he's absolutely feral for a pinup miniature. Yep. It is the future. That's right, Will. It is. I don't think anything else. We have so much stuff coming up this week that I don't have a whole lot from this previous week to talk about. Didn't have D&D this weekend. We'll have D&D update next week. Oh, shit. My tattoo is Friday. It is a big week. I'm gonna get no work done this week. Get no work done. I will continue working on the YouTube video. We're gonna power wash Sim. We're gonna play a cozy game. I'm gonna go get some ink. Tattoos Day! It's my therapy day, yeah. I'm excited. I don't want to be anywhere in the state when Will goes full triple snap. No one's ready, Bill. No one's ready. You can't give the libertarian and necro-communist space bugs what they want. Are the Titans... What is winning the poll right now? What's in the lead, chat? I never know. Sometimes you guys really surprise me. What you want to see? Redoubles his effort to hate Luba for democracy. I don't know if that works. I think our chat has shown multiple times that Ludba is, in fact, democratic in this chat. Blanco! Thank you so much for that sub. For 15 months of support. Why did you make this so hard? I think you've had, is it mobile troubles? I don't know why mobile has to be such a difficult beast. But thank you so much for fighting Twitch for it. I appreciate it. How are you today? Sorry it's such a nightmare. Okay, hold on. I gotta get the angle of this right again. Highlight here. You can get a new tattoo to at least the end of April. So I'm giving blood. Need to wait 4 months, I think it is. Oh, I didn't know that. I guess that makes sense, though. Mobile didn't work, and it wouldn't accept my card. Blonde literally like, take my money. Well, thank you for fighting it. I do appreciate it. How's your weekend? We are working on Neriah, Guardian of Time. She's been really fun. I'm really glad to be back to her. Thank you, chat, for making me finish some of my projects. I do appreciate it. I suffered 3 months to save myself the pain. Thank you. I appreciate that because I'll do a little update here. We are going for Partner Plus here on Twitch. Exclamation sub if you are like me and you like to read what I'm about to go through. But essentially, if we have so many sub points for this month, March, and April, starting in May, I get a better sub split. So thank you to everyone. Thank you, Revert, for that sub. Enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing. Thank you also for helping with our goals there. So yeah, if we can hit the sub points for this month, March, and April, that means I get a better split from Twitch. So February, I don't want to say too much because we still have that goal in mind. We've locked down February, so thank you everyone who has decided to either move up in the tier switch over your sub to a paid sub. Continued gift subs, all that good stuff. Thank you to everyone who has done that. We've got 2 more months, and then that will be unlocked. So I just wanted to say thank you, because February is now locked in. I get the real dollars. Thank you, Blonde Cow. That helps with the goal we were just talking about. Thank you, thank you. Buford, how are you today? Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. For those with subs, I'm working on more emotes. So there is now the Know You and the Power emote you guys have. I've got one more coming. I think I'm just going to upload him in before I can animate him, because I'm tired of waiting on it. And then when I can't animate him, I'll update him. Let's see, Scott says, turn a few more laps in practice. 2:11:04. Almost got into the 2:10s, but last time in the final chicane. There's going to be some great races. Good. Glad that you're feeling good about them. Scott does sim racing, in case you guys are wondering what he's talking about. He goes zooms in simulated racing. This wing, the side of the wing is having trouble getting together. Hold on, chat. I need to focus on this for a sec. You return of freshly prime models and pizza. What kind of pizza you got, Son of Horse? Is that the goal for today? Get those models together? Yum pizza? Yeah, agreed. That sounds real good. Every Sunday should be pizza party Sunday. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I should just maybe silly tack this on or something. I'm having a hard time keeping the lighting where I want it. Okay. So she's here. Heck it. Hold on, chat. Who else is here? Who needs to be like right here? I think. Yeah. Bulk of this needs to be here. Pepperoni, black olives, mushrooms. I wish I liked mushrooms. I hope you enjoy them. It's like the one thing I wish I could like. Enjoy. They know you in this little Uno reverse card. He's cute. And it was fun learning how to get his little paw to move. It's not the smoothest, but I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. We'll get better. I think that'll be the fun part, is once we get like the first batch of things animated. Coming back later to clean them up. It's really funny whenever I'm working on the emotes, I basically have like 4 different files for each of them. So it's like, I do something major and I'll save it as something else in case like I break it. So I've got like 4 or 5 files for each of them, depending on what step I was afraid I was going to goof up. But I think it'll be fun to come back to them later. Black olives and mushrooms, because one, the roommate doesn't like olives. The other one doesn't like mushrooms. I know my pizzas say, from all possible invaders. That's some big brain play right there. I like it. I have a feeling that's why my brother would always do the anchovies, too. Like, obviously he just likes anchovies, but it did mean his stuff was safe. It also meant it was stinky in our fridge. Everything else then smelled like anchovies. Bandit Goblins, hello, how are you? I have an empty tub finally, so I have a bits box and I can get rid of these sprues. Hell yeah, Bandit Goblins, we love to see it. How's your weekend? You headed out, Erebray? Have a good one. We'll get you next time. Thanks for hanging out this morning. Or afternoon for you. Brunon, hello, how we doing today? We are working on Neriah, Guardian of Time. This is from CA Sculpts. It is my favorite sculptor. And we started her actually a while back, a long time ago. And now chat has decided we need to get back to her, so we are. Thank you, chat. What are you up to, Runan? Let's see, other than that, I have gotten back to my Japanese lessons. So I've been using Busu, the app, which I like a lot more than Duolingo, so I've been keeping up with it. But I was learning about long vowels. And then I had long consonants, which are kind of weird. So basically, if you have like double letters in a word. That was kind of weird to go through last night. But yeah, finally back on the learning Japanese here. I was telling Scott the other night that when they put like the words up on the screen for an anime, I can now, like when I see the character, I can hear it. I can sound it out, which is kind of cool. I still don't know what any of the words mean, but I can at least sound them out. Progress is being made. Slowly. Or baby step progress. There's actually a game coming out, I think it's Shashingo? I might have a couple of those letters in the wrong spot. But it's a photography game where you learn Japanese. I thought that might be fun to play one day. You guys want to try and learn some Japanese with me? An indie game that I think also comes out this week. There's a lot of games coming out this week. Hey, Frozen Wolf, thank you. Here is where they will go. Eventually. How are you? Welcome on in. The back, for some reason, is just breaking my brain right now. I'm trying to suffer through it, but we're having a difficult time. How are you? I have found when I get stuck like this, it's better to keep working on it, and then like one thing will finally pop into place, and then I can get the rest. So we're gonna give it a little bit more time of me struggling with it, and then I will possibly move to our next section. For some reason, this is just breaking my brain this morning. Greenhouse is still moving, going back to the old place for another load of gear. I hope it's going well. Sounds like progress being done. It was great. The phonetics. Yeah, I'm doing the hiragana right now. So I know I've got a lot more to go. But that's what I've got. I think it's a really cool system. I've enjoyed learning it. Just the fact that it's, yeah, you're just learning each little syllable, essentially. And then I got the markings that make them the different sounds. It's like they look like little quotation marks. Just learning those. The hardest part of moving is definitely the initial hefting of big things to the new place. I think the most annoying is having to do the full round trip just for smaller things you had to leave behind. Yes. I think like moving the big stuff like sucks just because it's huge and you've got to make room for it and all of that. I think it's the little stuff that always annoys me, too, like you said. Whether that's going to get it or unpacking it or whatever the case may be. It's all the little stuff that I always get annoyed with moving. To a round trip for some pans or something. Yeah, stuff like that. That's why we do I'll pay for the movers. They can come with their giant truck. I will load everything I possibly can into it. Just so I don't have to do as many of the little trips like that. I don't mind paying a little extra for like just taking care of some of that. J-Big, hello, how are you? What you up to today? I'm trying to get some wings figured out. What are you up to? For some reason they're being a pain to me today. Don't normally have this much trouble with them. Yeah, what's that thing that like you don't really care to paint? Whether that's wings, faces. What's that thing that kind of stumps your brain? I'm just curious. Trying to think if I have another one that I would. Okay. So much of mine is like sometimes getting the lighting angle on things. Just tricks me up. Suck at leather for some reason. Leather's tough because a lot of times you have to add texture. You're adding a lot of texture that's not usually there. Trim. Don't like painting power armor? Me neither. Despite it being easy. I think it's tougher than a lot of people will initially think it is, yeah. Hey Matea, welcome in. How are you today? We are working on this Guardian of Time piece from CA Sculpts. I had too much water on my brush. Move that back. I think a lot of time adding texture can be tough. Like, the having to make it look natural can be difficult. That makes sense. I found stippling helps a lot with leather. You can add those little tiny marks without, like, too much thought. That makes sense. So, like, not trying to place it in exactly where it needs to be. If you can kind of let it naturally build up. That's helped me a bit. But like fur, you guys watch me with the cat and a few other things. With Thranduil's deer, we were having to add fur, and it can be tough. I guess we're doing a lot of the wing is sculpted, but we're adding a little bit extra. Anytime you have to add something that's not on the sculpt, it's difficult. Let's see, working on the Ravenwing Command Squad. Trying to airbrush using color theories for the first time. Nice. Welcome on in. Anyone else working on some Dark Angels? I know Honor first mentioned Dark Angels. Got Ravenwing. I'm glad they got some really cool stuff with their refresh here. 1, because they look nice. 2, to be selfish, to see what Space Wolves are gonna get. Cool to see what the Dark Angels got here. And part of that's a little selfish. Alright, I need to not look at this for a little bit, is what I need to do. So we're gonna set it down. We're gonna come back to it. Fresh eyes later. Are we done yet? Almost, noob. How are you? The new Asmodai model looks amazing. Yeah, they're all very cool. I think they did a really nice job with their glow up. Getting everything refreshed at the new scale. Noob, what you up to? I'm gonna finish off my coffee here in 1 second. You're dragging your feet. What are you supposed to be doing, noob? Maybe that's a better question here. What are we supposed to be doing today? Alright, so the other side, this on. Kind of the same spot. So we'll have lighting here, here, and a little bit down here. Oh, Blueberry Noya, thank you so much for that sub. For 61 months of support. Thank you, thank you. How are you today? How's your weekend? Anything? Oh, we're at that point, noob? That's fair. That's fair. If I didn't have stream, I would also be dragon, so I can't say anything. I'd be playing my video game. That's what I'd be doing. Good morning. What you up to today? We are back to work. Oh, let me put her back on screen here. Back to work on Neriah, Guardian of Time. Trying to get her wings all sorted out today. What you got going on? He's only supposed to be dragging his knuckles on his feet. Yeah, what has everyone been up to this weekend? What we got going on? Anything fun? Exciting? We did house stuff, played some games, and then I crashed on the couch last night. After we dropped Molly off, I was just... There was something about watching both the dogs all week that just wore me out. It was too much, and I crashed. Hard. Trying to get myself on track to get ready for Adepticon. Working on art assets for role-playing games. Oh, very cool. I need to get my little kitsune a little further along for Adepticon. I kind of set them aside and I need to get back to them. I don't think they're going to get painted. I'll do what I can. I don't like they're going to get painted. They're really cool, but I'm trying to get the Silly Knights done before we take off. Hey, Sir Patty, welcome back in. I did a bit of a whip dump in the Discord, because you mentioned your community is partial to animals and marines. I got the viewing pleasure of chat denizens. There you go. Chat, if you want to check them out, they are now in the Discord. Thanks for hopping in there. I'm excited to look here after stream. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I hope that you're feeling better here soon. Thanks for hopping back in. Thing break from Helldivers 2. What do we think, Paranoia? I've heard it's fun. I've watched a little bit from, like, streams. I get the appeal, but I don't think it's for me. I've heard it's fun, though. You doing any events at the con, or just hanging out, looking at cool shit? Hanging out and looking at cool shit. Scott is not playing Lord of the Rings. I think we both have... We have pretty open schedules because we have friends from the UK coming over. So we wanted to make sure we were available to do whatever they want to do. Which is, I don't know, I think we both just want to take a super chill year this year. I think our plan is to bring, like, Bushido and Malifaux, and that's kind of it. We'll be hanging out. I would like to either sit in on a game of Titanicus, or if someone doesn't mind using, or me using their models playing Titanicus. But happy to just watch. I want to see how that works. Yours just might be baseline painted. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna worry about it. I wanted them done, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I can't be bothered to put some of these, like, self-imposed deadlines on myself. I can't do it. It burns me out too quickly. Question for all. Where do you buy your cork for bases? I usually just go to, like, Staples. We have a roll of cork we've been using for forever. So that's where I get mine. Chat, where do you get cork? I'll be fine soon. Nothing's bed, paracetamol, and insta-scrolling is order of the day. There you go. I'm glad to hear that. Cork floor tiles. Oh, from the hardware store. I like deep recollect or other 4-person corrupt shooters. It's the bee's knees. I find myself, I can do it for a bit, but if there's not, like, an overarching story or something, I get kind of bored. Like, if there's not something we're actively working toward, I get a little bored. So, like, Darktide. I got really bored really quickly. Things like that. So I don't know how much of that Helldivers has, but if anyone else is looking for something like that, I've heard Helldivers is pretty fun. It's from Michaels. Let's see, Video says, I've got a hobby question. I want to try mixing a highlight color for this red cape. I feel like adding white makes it too pink. How many tricks for keeping it more saturated while making it lighter? You're going to be looking at oranges and reds. Obviously, if you add oranges and yellows. Obviously, if you add yellow to red, you will get an orange. But depending on where you're already at, yeah, you're looking at adding in some orange, some yellow. You said you want to keep it saturated. The other thing you can do is mix in, like, a skin tone, but that'll desaturate it a bit. So if you don't want to go pink, but you're trying to highlight red, you're looking at oranges and yellows. If you did want to desaturate, you can look into, like, skin tones. So if you wanted to add, like a Caucasian, like a skin tone to your red, that will highlight it, but will also desaturate it. Yeah. If you have any other questions, let me know. And that should get you in the right direction. Yeah. Hey, Mikey, you remember this Minnie? We're getting back to her finally. How are you? She's very pretty. I just I'm too much of a hobby butterfly. I'm glad we're getting back to her. Thanks, chat, for voting for her. Your non-metallic's really good. Thank you. There's definitely parts I want to redo now that I've done more non-metallic, which is fun, because that means we're learning. But here's where she's at so far. Here's roughly where the wings will go. Trying to get our highlights and everything kind of pulled out here. We're getting there. How's your weekend, Mikey? What you up to? The Helldivers is super fun. Definitely need to be into the gameplay, because that's the main part of the game. Yeah, I know some people can play those games, like, all day long, which is great. I tend to get a little bored without a story. That's just me, though. I'm a big old story game nerd, so. Working, always working. Well, hopefully that means some good monies, too. That's always the thing with, like, overtime and stuff, right? We're making some good monies. Now that I'm done with lunch, I can start hearing the tiny whispers of tiny Bjornings tell me to paint them. Come paint with us. Let's see, we've got another hour and a half here, Son of Horus. You wanna commit to an hour and a half of painting with me? We do it. This goes to show how bad my brain fog is. I just realized what model you're working on. I have the bust version. Ah, the bust is really pretty too. Yeah, so if anyone's not familiar, they did a bust of the same, so large scale. If you don't like the full mini, there's also that you can pick up. It's lovely. It's lovely. I think you remember starting this model a bit ago. Yes. I said her heart. Yes, it reminds me of the Vex. That's exactly the one we're working on. We just moved away from her and we're finally coming back. But that's the one. I think I'm finally starting to work on like display type models again. For a while there, I just wanted to work on things I was playing with, but I think especially with the anime repaints, I'm coming back around to working on other stuff for a bit. Especially as the Seraphon army starts coming together. I did a bit more work on my Astrolith bearer. So here is where we got with him. So I went ahead and did his, sorry, I was trying to see if that was the same user. Did the basing along with my pterodon. Oh, goodness. Oh, Slam's gonna be busy today. Love it. Love to see that. We bonking today. But yeah, here's where my Seraphon are. We did the bases together. I got the 3 pterodons all together and then him. He, I think, want to do a little bit more work on the banner. His gems, I was just really lazy, and I'm trying to decide if I want to actually do the gems or not, or if I just keep it lazy. I think we might just keep it lazy. I don't know how much work I want to put into him. Just because it's my own personal army. I think I might just be lazy. Call it good. Oh, the effects for the ball in the center staff. Thank you. So for that, I did a white base coat, which you can still see here. And then I just did the purple glaze over it. Again, keeping it lazy. But he's together. I think for March, I might do a Seraphon for our challenge. Just to keep the army rolling, but got those finished up, which felt nice. Sorry, Slam, you might be busy today. I apologize in advance. I don't know what's bringing them my way, but what is the March challenge? We are going to do Painter's Choice. So pick out something that either you need to get done for Adepticon or a con. Maybe something that's been sitting in the backlog. But we're going to do Painter's Choice for March. So if you guys want to start thinking ahead. For the February challenge, we got a few more days. So if anyone's getting things wrapped up, make sure you get photos in the Discord. I'm going to be getting my photos either later today or tomorrow. But yeah, it'll be whatever you need to work on for March, since so many of us are going to be working on Adepticon stuff. How do you stay motivated with painting when it's your job too? Some days, I'm not going to lie, sometimes it's only work. and I put in the time I need to get what I need done for commissions. And then I stop. I go play a video game, I catch up on an anime, I scream at X-Files with Slam, I stop. Some days I can't do anymore. Taking those breaks means sometimes when there's a project I am excited for, then I don't mind working on those like after commission time. Yeah, some days I just don't. KT, welcome in. How are you? Painter's Choice. Models I've already completed. So it'll still be the minimal paint, but you'll get to pick something that you want to work on. Doesn't have to be a character or a squad or a whatever. Whatever needs to get finished for your event. Or just the backlog. Speaking of X-Files, where we're at with that, what was the episode number? We watched Bad Blood, which I think was 12 of season 5. It was hilarious. I feel like we had... Oh, God. Wait, some mind scared the shit out. I thought Slam was gonna have to go bonking again. Wasted mine. Thank you so much for those gifted subs. Those are going out, too. But Narpnet, Shadow Sun, Gonders, Terrierist, Bandit Goblins, lots of people here in chat this morning. Klondike, Walters Workshop, Dark Amoda, Jackson Winters, and Ninth Pawn. Enjoy those emotes and those subs from Wasted Mind. Thank you so much for those gifted subs. I appreciate it. How are you today? Thank you, thank you. Oh, you scared me. Don't do it, Slam. No shooting Wasted Mind. I just thought, I thought you were about to be busy. On our bit, enjoy that sub. I've got the shot. Mousebait, thank you so much for your sub as well for 67 months. Thank you. How are you today? Wasted Mind, thank you for support. That gets us close to another sub Sunday, so thank you. Thank you. Did Emily make you cry? Which one was... I'm assuming that's before Bad Blood. Which one was Emily? I have not cried at any X-Files, so no, but I don't remember which one that is. Can I shoot him a little bit? Just in the knee, like with X-Files. Surely he doesn't need both legs. Surely. Scully, the daughter we had for like 2 episodes. No. I did not bond with the child we had for 2 episodes. The daughter bait and switch, yeah. No, I did not. Sorry. I feel like, they tried to make it seem like you should be more attached, but I was not. Nope. And that could be because we're binging through them as well. So, like, within 2 hours, she had a daughter and then didn't. Yeah. It's your sister. It's your sister's kid. It's your kid. Oops, she dead. Pretty much. Yeah, no, I did not get attached to the kiddo we had for 2 episodes. All stairs with 1 leg a little bit. Thank you, Ace of Mine, for the support. Thank you, everyone, for the support this morning. I have to say thank you for the support, especially as we're not painting Warhammer this morning. I really appreciate it, chat. Thank you for coming to hang out. Even though we've got something a little different today, I really appreciate it. Thank you. It really means a lot. We were also memeing on it pretty hard. It was hard not to, if I'm honest. Some of it's just hard not to. Yeah, if we had her around a little bit more, I would have been a bit more attached, but wasn't feeling it. No. That's harsh. It's true, though. If you think that's harsh, you should hear how collectively we care about Mulder's sister. Yeah, I don't care. Every time they're like, "Oh, it's your sister," it ends up not being her. So, like, why do I care? Why do I care? I don't. That's the answer. I don't care. We've been bait and switched on Mulder's sister like 10 times now. To make eggs and hash browns or homemade doing a breakfast crunchwrap? I vote breakfast crunchwrap. That sounds really good. I mean, you're already, yeah, you're almost there with eggs and hash browns. You just need what? The sausage in there? You're already there. French wrap it up. It did drive me crazy. Just give it up. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so it sounds like obviously you have more to go, but can't wait to be disappointed by her as what's happened. Yeah, I will say, like that's fine, but I guess no spoilers in the chat. We'll get there. I promise. We do about we do 2 to 3 episodes on the nights where we can do it, so we are catching up. But yeah, no, sorry, I didn't really care about didn't care about Emily. As I've already forgotten her name. Scully's still best character. Scully's great. Mulder's great. Our special boy. He's still drastically different between conspiracy episodes and funny episodes, which is weird. He just forgets things. And I know it's because different people are directing the different episodes, but it's a lot of whiplash. And again, especially because we're binging them back to back. There's quite a bit of whiplash. Fox evidence. Mulder, exactly. Vegeta says, adding the yellow really did the trick. Thanks so much for the tip. I'm so glad. Good. Glad that helped. Hey, Spitfire Miniatures. Do you have a brush you use for base coating? Or would you use, use for brush priming? I'm laughing because I have this just old beat up brush that I use for big stuff. It's just an old, you can't even read it anymore. It's an old just Raphael number 2. It's beat to crud, but it still works for base coating and things. I like this because it holds a fair amount of water and it can hold a fair amount of paint. So for base coating and big stuff, or if you're going to be priming with it, just something like this. Yeah, if you've just got an old beat up brush, they're great for it. But this is my beat up old brush. How are you today? I don't like to use the new brushes for that, but a beat up old one, it's great for it. Might be that Scully is, yeah, really consistent. Mulder just changes episode to episode, yeah. These shows aren't meant to be watched like that, and it shows, yeah. I would agree with that. Because he just, straight up forgets things. Or, I think the one that bothers me is, one episode you can tell that, Mulder and Scully have been through shit together, right? So they're, how do you explain it? They're a little bit more, affectionate, the way you would be with, a closer friend, right? And then the next episode, he's just gaslighting the shit out of her and just being really rude to her. And it's just that, I don't know, the dynamic is so different depending on what episode you're in. And that's the one that bothers me. Yes, I know there is the movie. Yeah. Talking would actually solve problems. It's not allowed in meat at all. Characters just talk. It'd be over so fast. That's right. None of that. All your talking's in the way of my action. But yeah, it's that weird little, all of a sudden they aren't friends. It's this is weird. This is weird. Well, that's the thing is the other episodes, it's nowhere near as drastic. You can tell that they care about each other and they've been through some shit. And then all of a sudden he's just an asshole. It's not even ego, he's just being an asshole some episodes. Those are the ones that get me. It's very strange. 90s when a woman being a lead character is, oh my god, what have you done? She's so good. I've loved Scully the entire time. She's so good. My favorite thing is her just facial expressions. Her reactions to things are such a mood. We've acquired a folder of screenshots of just Scully being over it. It's my favorite. Mulder's classic, yeah. Thank you for that grounded scientific explanation, Scully. I accept that it's the most likely cause, and now I will ignore you to pursue ghosts. I'm gonna throw all of that right out the window, and ghosts. Alright, we need a bit more highlighting here. Not quite there yet. Once we're done with the series, I have to dump them all on Discord. Yes, absolutely. Incoming X-Files emote? It's all Scully. Forget the Simon emotes. It's just all Scully. We could easily, like, fill it out. I'm gonna rebrand it. That's the most theme channel. That's right. I feel like you should. I feel like you should. When you come back for the next David Cage game, you should come back as a X-Files stream. Okay, that helped. That helped a little bit. Alright, chat. It means we have to flip it over and do these wings. For some reason the back is giving me a hard time today. Trying to keep her on camera. Alright. Let me finish my coffee and then we dive in. Simon getting abducted by aliens? That'd be pretty cute. Galiguinius. I mean, you clearly don't have enough nicknames already, so what's one more, Slime? What's one more nickname? Just imagine a David Cage X-Files game. The thought of Mulder in that game made me shiver. I would play the shit out of an X-Files David Cage game. That's when I would come for your David Cage crown. The X-Files game. I have 9 cards, but 10 Bayou Gremlins. Oh, do you have, are you missing one, or are they, like, doubled up? I love you, Fox Mulder, now! My favorite Primarch? It's a good question. I feel like, since I have Space Wolves, I have to say Russ. But, Fulgrim's up there. Fulgrim's really interesting to me. Vulcan's pretty great. What about you? Who's your favorite Primarch? There's definitely some cool ones. You want undead Kung Fu Scully? Yes. Yeah. Nikki's gonna cut off my head just like Fulgrim did to my boy Ferris. I mean, I would never. I don't think they are. I just went through and replaced all the cards with, the errata ones. Vulcan and Angron are my favorites. Angron's another cool one. Yeah. Hey, Snezak, how are you? We're doing well. We're working on our Guardian of Time figure today. What you up to? I keep getting fuzz on my brush, so hold on. It's hard to pick us 3 quarters and they're really cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think they all have really neat stories. It's just kind of finding the one you vibe with, right? It's kind of the fun part of the Primarchs. There's a lot of cool stories, a lot of cool armies. And so thank you for a reminder. I would never insert evil giggle. Sorry, Automod's working hard here. I'm doing okay, about to play some Bloodborne while I listen to hell yeah, enjoy. Enjoy. Were you... Sorry, if you're about to play, ignore me. But did you see the Elden Ring trailer? I'm pretty excited, if you couldn't tell. You guys are going to hear about this trailer for the next, 4 months? Hope you're all ready. Some reason just like, because a few of them are actual scumbags. I think, like, for me, and obviously because part of my answer is Fulgrim, it just makes them interesting, though. Some of them just are cool, even if you don't agree with what they're doing, you know? I think those are always the more interesting characters to me. They've got their own little scumbaggy thing that they're doing. I'm fine with Dorn. He's so done with the other 17 guy shit. Yeah, so relating to Dorn here. I appreciate that. I like all the character development Ferris Man has had in the Horse Heresy book series. Never played a Souls-like. Elden Ring's really good. Yeah, new Elden Ring trailer. Yep. We are getting a DLC this summer. I'm gonna play the crud out of it. Very excited. I'm gonna put my strength build back together. Slam was talking about his, it's like blood sword katana build. So he can just stab himself a bunch again. Owning Chair is really good. I wish I'd played the game so I knew it was going. Oh, okay. Just kidding. I thought maybe since you were Bloodborne, maybe you had played. Well, now is the time, chat. Dragon's kind of cool because it's like doing its own thing. Really tempted by Elden Ring? I know that it's not for everyone, but if you like challenging games and getting to kind of figure stuff out, I'm obsessed. Gotta play them in order, you know, gotcha. Yeah, Elden Ring was my first, and I was obsessed with it. So then I went back and played Dark Souls 1 and 2 now. I need to start 3. It looks like they're adding some of the Sekiro stuff too, so I need to give that a try as well. I know it's a bit different, but it's been in my backlog and I need to give it a shot. Ferris literally lost his head over when Fulgrim turned traitor. Huh? Implying that Sanguinius had negative qualities is real brave for someone in banning distance. Lorgar is, I believe the word you're looking for is whiny. He has negative HP last I checked, wow. Sanguinius is interesting. I just don't want to paint him ever again. I just don't want to paint him ever again. That's my only thing against Sanguinius. Because that model's a lot. Between the armor, the fur, the base. He's just a lot. I don't want to paint him again. I would paint him for Slam and Slam alone. The only person I would ever paint Sanguinius for. I can't do it again. Otherwise, he's cool. Sekiro seems very daunting, not very good at parrying. It's very much a you're gonna learn this mechanic or else kind of game, which I think with enough practice can get there. But yeah, initially it's hitting your head against a wall until you get it figured out. Yeah. I'm the one person that wouldn't want you to, because that sculpt is butt. Did you end up buying Big Snake Fulgrim? I have not, so I threw him on my throne, which is my wish list. If you guys want to check that out, thank you, Slam. The link is there in chat. He is on there until I decide to go ahead and spring for the rest of the cash on him. But if you'd like to contribute, we do have a contribution in there. But for now, he's on throne. If that gets finished, or I do get like a little extra money from a commission, then I'll finish it off myself. For now, he's there. You really won't paint him because my character series you're doing for me? To be clear, I'm joking. It would be, Sanguinius is in that bribe category. The price is probably way higher than anyone's willing to realistically commission. Yeah. Yeah. He moved himself up there, for sure. I know that you're kidding, but like, actual answer is it would be a hefty bribe for me to paint Sanguinius. Alive in Madness, that's 4 years. That's pretty nuts, Alive in Madness. Thank you so much for that sub. I appreciate that. What you up to today? What you up to? I'm really looking for characters I actually like. What are some of the other ones you're looking at, Mousebait? If you, for your project you have in mind, who would you add to it? Chat, same question. If you could pick up some Primarchs to work on, who would you pick up? Just bribe her with Snickgrim? How close to 100 sub points? So I was talking about this earlier. For those who are watching the Partner Plus stuff, we have now locked in February. I'm afraid to say too much because I kind of want to see where February ends to know if we need to like super push for it or not. But we have February. We just have to keep the same sub points now for March and April. And then I will unlock Partner Plus. So thank you everyone who has subbed, who has increased their tier for the next couple months here. I really, really appreciate it. If it stays where we're at, and like a little bit of growth would be good just to make sure we nail it. I will get the new split with Twitch, so the 60-40 instead of the 50-50. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Noob. Noob, thank you for your points, but also. But also. So thank you everyone who's been helping with that. I do appreciate it. I'm just afraid to say too much and then we lose it, you know? It's kind of like when we applied for partner. It's like everyone still needs to show up until we get the yes, but we do have at least February locked in. So thank you everyone who has helped with Partner Plus. I'm just afraid to say too much and we lose it. I already have 2 Angrons and 0 Vulcans. I feel like there's a trade in there somewhere. I feel like I get those numbers right. Angron, he's what I'm doing myself. Lucius, because Garrow. Lucius is fun. New Primarch could be Horus. Primarch to finish would be Alfarius. Big Boss going for both Lions. Vulcan, Ferris, those are the ones I can think of. What would I get if I bribed her with Snickgrim? Would I jump in front of Orgilla and Valponis? Unfortunately, no. Orgilla's been very patient. Very, very patient. Eventually we will get Snickgrim. Eventually. Gift subs and prime subs don't count toward the points. But if you make the 60-40 split, are gift prime subs included in the bidder? They are, yes. So essentially what they're doing is they want to make sure you have consistent support is why they're offering the better split. And that's why gift and prime don't count. But once they... Oh, prime still aren't. Okay, but the gifts are. But once that's unlocked, and when that unlocks for a year, then it counts toward... It looks like everything but prime. Yeah. If you have any other questions, let me know. No, I'm prepared to stack tier 1, 2, 3 to put you over at the end of the month. If I can help, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you everyone for the support. Like I had talked about this when it first came up. I know they changed a little bit with prime subs, but getting the 60-40 split would be pretty big for me. So thank you everyone. I appreciate it. That would help me quite a bit. I would not feel the need to take on quite as much all at once. If we can get that. If I can get that and YouTube rolling, I'm gonna feel a lot better. Yeah. I want a nice, oh, Janisha Kroll. Maybe a non-metallic even, if it works for her. That would be cool. $30K Korax, 30 Dorn, maybe Gilliman, 40K Johnson. I think Snickgrim. I've now painted a Vulcan. We painted a Vulcan for Orgillo, so that was nice. Got him in my portfolio. I think what other ones I'd want to paint. He's on a 40K Dorn. It's like the only female model I think I've liked in Warhammer. You say that, yeah. I'm having trouble coming up with... I mean, Sigmar, there's a lot of pretty female models. 40K is a little tough. I really don't have a whole lot either that I've painted. That needs to change. We have a Lotera Saren bust from it's a fan sculpt, but I'd like to get that out at some point too. Slam gifted her to me, and she's beautiful, and we need to work on her. Now that we're doing more display stuff again. already have like 6 character series models. Only one of them is actually done. They're really fun to work on. I really enjoy them. So I just recently did Lucius, which was fun. Done Tarbits, which is fun. Some of the Primarchs. I really enjoy working on them. I just need to work on more. More Ursa's Claws, exactly. Oh, the winged one that came in Dominion. Oh, Andrasta. She's pretty. And the cool goblin buffs I should do. I wish Forge World would bring their busts back. Games Workshop, if you're listening, please bring back the old Forge World buffs. Or some new ones. Please. Please. I have 86 people in here who would probably scoop them up. JBix says, I promised myself I would do hobby this weekend. So I did last minute buying to not disappoint myself. JPIG, you were telling me that you got those airbrushed. We're gonna be here another hour. You wanna come paint with me, JPIG? You bought 2 pretty ladies. What did you get? What did you get? Imagine Dorn returning and get the Emperor's Lightning Claws to replace his hand. Pretty sick. Indrasta, aka the Kit Basher's Dream. Yeah. Anytime a miniature comes out with sick wings. Kit Bashers all over it. It's never gonna stay with that miniature. Never. I still have Abaddon, the plastic one. All the Grot Special Christmas, Moritat, Console, bunch of independent stuff. Alright, I need to see the highlighting on this section. You want to see Bellacor's wings? That's an expensive set of wings there. That's for sure. Very expensive set of wings. Okay, so we can actually bring it over a little bit more here. Whoop. I don't want to think of what I have to paint. Sekar and Lady Annika. Lady Ann, which one is that, JPIC? I feel like I should know what you're talking about, and I don't. Dorn can come back with a Power Fist, makes Gyarados look tiny. I think Power Fist is one of those things where, like, even with how much Warhammer I've painted, it always feels a little silly working on them. Oh, that's right, the Vampire with the Long Dress. Okay, I know which one you mean now. Okay. Well, I'm glad you picked him up, JPIC, but still, come paint with me. Still come paint with me. Me and a friend were talking about kibeshes we'd like to make. Basically, we need to buy Forge World. Yeah, if you guys would like to vote, thank you, Tony, for the reminder. If you guys have not voted for our next Sub Sunday, the vote is there. We have a mix. We have some Malifaux to start, some Malifaux to finish. We have Titanica's Knights in there. And something I'm forgetting. Eldar. We have an Eldar Wraithseer in there. I'm forgetting because it would be the most work for me to get ready for the next one. And he is in there and he's cool. And just be a little extra building for me. I give you speed metal. You may have. While I was working on the knights. I think I see it though. Oh wait, this is speed. I don't know. Yes, I'll put it on my desk behind me. Whoa, looks like the Lancers will take it, maybe? Will might get his wish after all. Let me scroll up here. See, Liveman is given stats. Oh, Power Fist. 10 attack city on 2, strength 18, damage flat 5, just one-shotting knights. We gotta paint these damn knights. For the next Sub Sunday, I think you should send the mods in a submarine to the Titanic. You might call in sick. You don't want to miss out on that trip, JPEG. That's why you became a mod, right? For things just like that. Okay. Surprise Knights are in the lead. I'm not, only because they've been close a few times. There's always been that project that people want a little bit more. So if they take this one, I'm not surprised. It's finally their time. Kind of feels like. Wait, so you're never gonna win against the baby knight. That's okay. It gives me more time to build it. Wasted mine, so we can take our time with it a bit later. Gives me more time to build. Because that is the we always knew it in this way. Did you know it'd be coming from JPIC though? That like JPIC is the one sending you to here. But I know, they're cool, I admit. That's okay though. We'll find another day for him. We'll find another day. It's been kind of fun figuring out what projects I want to do here and on YouTube. Because I think I want to do a Vashtor video and tutorial for YouTube. So I think I'm going to start doing that. I definitely need to put something together for March for McCraig. I haven't quite decided what I want to do just yet. Brozo, hello, how are you? What you up to? I'll bring the 360 controller. That was the problem. Yeah. How are you? 300k points coming. Probably be fine as long as Badger isn't involved. I've seen him play Subnautica. True. Shocked the Whiskey Golem was in front. I also thought Whiskey Golem would get some more votes. JP sending you to Davy Jones' locker. Yep. Direct. I don't even want to read that out loud, Goblins. I hate it. Hate it. The rumble feature is the sound of the marine breaking around us. Immersion while immersed. Yep. It's good here, bro. So how are you? What you up to today? Would you like to see my pretty lady? Here's my pretty lady. So we have a wing that goes back here. We have a wing that comes around up here. And then, once we get wings kind of where they need to be, because they're not there yet, we have this sick glaive that comes here. I think it's so cool. So badass. And then, after stream, she's got this really cool, like, sundial base. Which is why she's at kind of this extreme angle. You can see as I hold her, like she's leaning way back. It's because she fits. So that will be the full miniature. We're getting there. Love the palette, thank you! I feel like we need to add a little, the wings need a little extra here. We're getting there. Have you done the Malifaux? Oh, the War Rabbit? I have one mouse bait. I haven't done it yet, but I picked it up on one of the sales, yeah. The Whiskey Golem's one of those minis that sounds like it would be a lot cooler. Wait, than it actually is. I think he's adorable. I love that mini. Ah, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Lean back. She is, yeah. Yeah. But that's why it looks weird when we're working on her. It's because she goes on this very angled base here. Yeah, the War Rabbit's a cool mini. Malifaux's got so many cool minis. I need to be working on mine more. Slam. Ew. Alright, let's work on this wing a little bit more, and then, let's see, what time is it? Oh, we should have the article here, like, any minute. I was gonna say, maybe after that we start the glaive. So we at least have some progress on it. Gummy teeth, Ravenlord, yep. Gross. Oh. Yeah, what do we think article will be? Probably gonna get, oh, yep, it's too late. Old World Reinforcements and Army of the Solar Auxilia. Interesting. Let's hop over there. Let's see what we got, chat. Meow. But without knocking over water. That is, nope. I'm sorry, wasted mind. Another week of not Aspect Warriors. I don't. Yeah, not Kislev and Cathay. I guess while I get this pulled up, how do we feel about them now not doing Kislev and Cathay? If you guys missed it, they did like a Total War Warhammer update about like what's coming to it. And then basically reinforce that Kislev and Cathay are not coming to Old World in the like foreseeable future. What do we think? I think I get it. I understand it as far as just not wanting Russian-themed miniatures at the moment. And I've heard there's rumors of some of kind of like infighting between groups at Games Workshop. What am I doing? Here we go. Where it's a matter of like budget and things. Which isn't the most exciting rumor, but what do we think? I think it's a little bit of a bummer considering those are some of the first like preview images we got for Old World. Let me scroll up here. It's been X weeks of no new Aspect Warriors, right? You get disappointed we're not getting Kislev. I think Cathay I would have gone in on. It's funny from the outside not playing the Old World. It's just so on brand. Ghost Fox, welcome in. How are you? I understand Cathay is they're never getting anything of any substance actually released for it. Rebray, welcome in. How you doing? I think it's dumb to advertise a product with content than to not release that content. I think they can't believe they're lucky people are making excuses for them based on unconnected real-world events. I understand the, like, if budget. Because from what I've, like, read, it's a lot of, like, they get budget back depending on how they sell, which is a really weird way of doing it. But you're in a Costco. Well, I hope Costco shopping is doing well. Sorry. I've changed how I do the article, and now I'm goofed up. Here we go. I did see the models being worked on. Oh, when I worked there. My initial read was initial plans with all the old armies and 2 new ones. Then we give a smaller budget, so only fewer armies, new armies, the easiest to cut. Yeah, the fact that they were using it as like the hype generator, I think is the hard part for me. Butts, welcome in. How are you? Cathay Jade Warriors would be awesome to paint. They look great in Total War. I feel like some of those like sculpts, like sculptors could obviously do something similar. Hi, Farm, welcome in. How are you? All right, let's take a look at the article for now. I just wanted to throw that out there while we were trying to get this all pulled up. But here is Sunday preview. Old World Reinforcements and the Army of the Solar Auxilia. Just gonna scroll on down here. Solar Auxilia Battle Group. Solar Auxilia supported the legions of Astartes during the Great Crusade. When Horus began his insurrection, forces were split amongst the 18 legions, getting stuck with the thickest fighting on both sides. So here is the battle group. Containing 28 brand new miniatures, the Solar Auxilia Battle Group brings them to plastic for the first time. A 5-man line command section consisting of Auxilia Troop Master, 4 Auxiliary Veterans, with a variety of upgrade choices, leads a complement of 20 auxiliary armed with las rifles. There's also a Lyman Russ Strike Tank, Atheon Pattern Heavy Sentinel, and a Dracosan Armored Transport. 2 Solar Auxiliary Infantry transfer sheets, 2 Solar Auxiliary Vehicle transfer sheets, featuring over 150 transfers, are provided. Units for the units can be found in Liber Imperium, Forces of the Emperor Army Book. So there is the first one here. Mousebait's drooling, I see. Let's see, Butts is sneaking in some hobby. Mrs. Butts getting lunch. Mini Butts listening to Wings of Fire in her room. Sly, welcome in. How are you? Old World is 30k. It's basically Old World for 40k. Kislev wouldn't do well against Space Marines, big true. They need some more tanks on Greedy. I've also got Solar Auxilia Dice. Easy to read. Only one symbol. We like it. I've also got the Stormseer console. This guy's pretty cool. I do like this. The Psykers with the white scars learn from the ancient traditions of Tergris, where shamans are able to predict and control the weather. Synthesis of psychic power and ancient tradition produced the Stormseer consuls, warriors wielding meteorological might to add to their allies and strike down their foes. It's an expert kit made from Forge World resin, comes with 2 head options. This is a cool one. I like this. We also have the Dark Emissary Consul, wielding the Staff of Dark Authority. The Dark Emissary Consul is a pair of watchful eyes for the War Master Horus, ensuring that allies of the Son of Horus meet their exacting standards. Dark Emissary has no compunction as the Grim Executioner to enforce his master's will either. This is an expert kit from Forge World Resin. Why do they do a U-turn and give Hounds of Morkai equivalents in Kislev? Let's see. We have Apothecarian Detachment. Look at these. Even the unyielding legions of Astartes require medical aid on the battlefield. Apothecaries are responsible for caring for the wounded and delivering final mercy to those beyond saving. Their duty also extends to recovering the Gene Seed should an Astartes fall. These 2 are a single expert kit made from Forge World resin, so they come together. These are neat. I like these. An expert kit means that it's Forge World. Yeah. It means that it's resin. Alright, for Old World, we have the Tomb King on Necrolith Bone Dragon, now separate. It was in the box. So this will be separate. They do have the optional assembly for the priest. Massive plastic kit be built with 2 different howdahs, one designed for the Mortarch of Neakara, the other one for a Lich Priest of the Mortuary Cult. If you built this with the Lich Priest rider, you can also build the Tomb King on foot. Head it out, Mikey. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out today. The Nekka, Emissary of Cetra. Cetra the Imperishable is a tyrant like no other. His list of titles and conquests far exceed any of the mortal man. His immortal emissary arrives before battle and shrieks all of his master's titles before joining his legion battle to lay low his enemies with the flail of conquered kings. It's an expert kit made with Forge World resin. I love that. Just shrieking all of his titles. T-Dubs, welcome in. How are you? We've also got Returning Plastic, Tomb Kings of Khemri. Swell the ranks of your reanimated armies, take over the old world in plastic with these returning kits. Skeleton Warrior box contains 36 miniatures, which can be the skeleton warriors or skeleton archers. Command retinue for standard bearers, champions, and musicians. The Skeleton Horseman box contains 16 miniatures. Skeleton Horsemen or Skeleton Horse Archers, plus Revenant command units. Skeleton Chariot box with 3 bony vehicles with options, including a champion, a standard bearer, and a musician. Those are coming back. We've also got returning medals. Oh my goodness. 3 Tomb King units are returning in metal. Special character Prince Apophis, a whip-wielding Necrotect, and a Tomb King on Chariot, which combines a metal miniature with a plastic chariot. So mixed metals, or mixed material there. Like the Bone Army Frozen Wolf. I'm glad they're back. It's not for me, but I'm glad people can pick up things that maybe they didn't get to. Excuse me. Tomb Kings of Khemri resin remasters. Oh my gosh. These birds. All I can think of is the TikTok sound that's going on right now, where it's like, I need your help. I need you to kill me. That's what I think of when I see these birds. Further classics are returning in Forge World resin with remastered elements. The Tomb Scorpion and Screaming Skull Catapult have been changed to make them easier to build. Clearer details sculpted onto the catapult. The Carrion also returned as a set of 3 miniatures, 2 of which were previously available, with 1 new pose designed to match the originals. I mean, they certainly match. Beautiful sculpts. And it does match. I'm going to move on. We have Knights of the Realm on foot. Knights of the Realm are minor nobles sworn to protect the fiefdom of their duke. Some prefer to charge into combat on foot, wielding either 2-handed halberds or hand weapons and shields. It's possible 20 Knights of the Realm on foot, either with the halberd or the classic sword shield combo. Enough parts to create 2 command groups if you prefer 2 blocks of 10 Knights. We also have the Lord with the Great Weapon. Genuine Hidden Gem returns to the old world. Unreleased Lord with Great Weapon, an accompanying helm bearer. This is the holy grail of many a collector, if you'll excuse the pun. Planned as a Games Day exclusive miniature, you can now buy this metal miniature 13 years later. There he is. Yep. Yep. Knights of the Realm. I like that they have them in the new, like, formations, though, with the way that the bases are arranged. Right out to defend the Kingdom of Bretonnia with these Rebox plastic miniatures. Knights of the Realm box builds either 12 Knights of the Realm, Impetus Knights Errant, with enough pieces to create up to 2 command retinues. And there he goes! Alright, we also have returning metal for Bretonnia. Plenty of Kingdom Bretonnia metal kits are returning metal, because the Bretonian Squires and Squire Command questing knights and their command, brandishing two-handed swords. 2 Prophetesses of the Lady are also coming in metal, alongside, the Green Knight, the ultimate paragon of virtue, Sacred Protector of Bretonnia, one of the best miniatures of all time. I was gonna say, none of the old world is for me, but I do love the Green Knight, and I do have one, thanks to Vatrat, so... At some point, maybe we'll paint him. He's like the one I like. He's the one. White Dwarf issue 498. I'm gonna let you guys read through all that, because I've already read a lot. We have the Hollow King in a special edition. I do love the art on the side here, on the pages. That's really cool. We have some classic Warhammer art prints. If you want to pick up art they've been selling over and over and over and over, you can pick those up. Let's see. Masterclass shows how to paint disease metals. Battle Report tackles a Dawnbringer Book 5. Callous, Toll, and their companions, and the Aberrant Ghoul King. And that's all we got. What do we think? I can't stand having some minis that are way heavier than others. I'm not worried about clanking 2 metal and together and chipping paint. It's the chipping that I hate with metal. I do like the feel of it, but I don't want to have to... Classic Warhammer art prints. Those are the codex I used back when I last played 40k. Turns to dust. I love the idea of the Hollow King. Just like going to therapy. I'm so empty inside. Can't find any happiness. You can read his journey. Alright, chat. Who's interested in Tomb Kings or some of her Horus Heresy stuff? I do like the consoles. I think they've done such a nice job with the new Heresy. I know people don't want to work with the resin, but the new resin does look really nice. Yeah. They do look good, even if you don't like working with resin. And then the battle group, I think the other biggie here, if you're not interested in Old World. Getting all the 30k stuff eventually. Hey, Hellboop, welcome in. How are you? Release, I'm gonna leave that in the auto mod here. Yeah, this is some rough timing right before Adepticon here, Son of Horse. New Forge Run infantry size is fine. Never had any issues with... Yeah, the characters and stuff are fine. It's the big tanks and stuff that I've had a lot of issues with the mold release and stuff. Yeah. Tank sizes and up are awful. Yeah. Big agree. Big agree. Too bad you can't use Kalita yet. You know, use Kalita as Lich Priest for Old World. Well, that's what we got, chat. Okay, we need to go back to painting. I need to take a real quick be right back. So, if anyone else needs to get up, stretch, refill, drink, get a snack, I'm going to take a real quick bio break, and then we'll get back to working on our Guardian of Time. So give me just one moment, chat. I will be right back. Okay, we back. Oh no, I just see what have I become from Brosa? What happened? We back. Hey, Terrain Effects, welcome in. How are you doing today? Why? Sorry, I need to take a quick bio. We back now. How are you? So far, Loop. I didn't even realize there was a white scar. They've been updating a lot of the characters and things. Yeah, kind of slowly getting more Praetors and things as the rest of the plastic rolls out. Let's see, you bought a Talos and a Scourge. Very nice. I don't think I'm gonna play it this right. They won't get banned, but we'll see. I think it's... Army backlogs are rough. I'm kind of glad I'm not adding to mine right now. The thought of having to paint everything I have right now in this room is too much for me. It's too much. I'm gonna stick to other stuff for a bit. Did you finish Scott Horth? Not yet, nah. I wanted to finish my, I got my February challenge finished first. But we'll get back to it, yeah. We'll get back to it. But I got my lizards done, so now I can. I've been a little focused on YouTube instead. I did yeah, that was the thing I was actually working on, is Piccolo. So, if you guys want to, this is my new art thing I'm doing. This is on YouTube. We finished up my man. Here he is. Got his orange shoes. He also has his cloak is on the ground next to him. We did all the cell shading for that. But this is coming to YouTube, so if you guys want to catch how I did this, I'm going to have like an overall video, and then we're going to do our first set of tutorials on YouTube. So if you're interested in my tutorials, we're going to be doing repaints, Warhammer, Kingdom Death. All of those are going to get different tutorials. Thank you. But if you want to check that out, Piccolo's kind of my first project to try all that. To do like a video intended for YouTube and then also do the tutorials. And that's why it's taking me a little bit more time, because I'm trying to get all of that kind of together, or done together to post all together. But this is my first time to kind of figure all that out. But he's going to be our first one, and then I'm going to probably do, I think Vashtor will be next. So if you guys want to catch that, those will be available to all of my YouTube members. So thank you, everyone, for supporting over on YouTube. If you guys missed it, we also had our January challenge video is now up. So you guys can check out what everyone worked on for January. So be sure to check that out if you have not. There's so many pretty projects in there. Please, please, please go check out. I'm going to find our white here, and I'm going to go ahead and start base coating our glaive because it's cool and I want to work on it. Do you have a before-after shot? That's what I'm working on right now, Live in Madness. So before the video goes up, I'm going to do some... I have to record B-roll, which I've never done before. I'm going to have the kind of before shot and then after. Thank you, Frozen Wolf. I appreciate it. Thank you. I need Vashtor. I think he's going to be our first Warhammer one. We're essentially... so for the tutorials, my plan is... Obviously, we do the full... We record it all together. But then each little section will be a tutorial. So we'll have one for the skin tone, one for the metallics, one for the armor. And we kind of approach it that way. So that's what I'm going to be trying with these videos here. So if you're interested, those will be for our members on YouTube. Thank you. I'm sure you've asked this before, but how did you get in painting? That's all Scott's fault. When Scott and I were first dating, he had Warhammer on his desk when I went over. And I asked, he had some of the old fantasy dwarves on his desk. So I asked him about it, and he kind of told me roughly what Warhammer was. I said I wanted to try, and I've been hooked ever since. So it's all Scott's fault. What is B-roll? I always wonder what that means. So your A-roll would be like the actual tutorial. B-roll is more, you see it all the time with YouTube, but you don't think about it. It's the panning over like a workspace. It's the panning over the product. It's the kind of secondary footage that is used in YouTube videos. They tend to only be like a couple seconds long, but it's kind of the more... I almost think of them as like the more stock stuff. So like for me, it'll be me painting some Warhammer, or panning over my painting desk, or panning over paints. Those kinds of shots are B-roll. Yeah, footage plays in the background during talking or other audio, give you something. So you still have something pretty to look at, but it's not necessarily the topic of the video. Filler, yeah. Yeah. Yelling at Sadie, yeah. So it's something I've never had to do before with streaming, but YouTube, it's very common, yeah. Yeah, you don't notice it until you point it out. That's the moment I had, was like, oh yeah, I don't have any of that. You know, B-roll. B-roll of all the blues, yeah. So like mine will probably, when we do more repaints, it'll be panning over like the manga corner. I want to do one of me just painting Warhammer, because part of my intro is I've been painting Warhammer for years. I want to do something different. So I need to have Warhammer in there. But yeah, it's something you don't think about until you actually have to start recording your own stuff. So that's my project for this week, is to get those. Mostly because it means I need to either rotate that camera back and use it, or figure out if I pull my nicer camera over here to just record for a day and get it all together. So there's some setup involved with getting all of that done. That's what I need to figure out. Or even just my phone camera. News reports and the reporters talking over footage of a city or building. Yeah, they're not on the screen. It's the secondary stuff. Yeah. So that's my project to figure out this week, is to get all of that. The tutorial itself is done. And I have to do the voiceover, which isn't too bad. But it's all the things that make a YouTube video a YouTube video. Uh-oh, Mousebase says, so many of my gremlins are missing arms. Foam is the suck for that's why I switched from foam. Yeah. I had too many Tyranids getting stuck in foam. That's why I switched to magnets. I hated that they were all trying to grab onto the foam. Cinematic equivalent, having half the screen be one of those Minecraft parkour videos. Yeah, something to look at. Exactly. Yep, gotta find pretty things for you guys to look at for like 1 to 2 seconds at a time. It's been really interesting learning YouTube. I think I got really frustrated with some things last week, but I'm feeling a little bit better this week. It's just a matter of getting some of it finished, I think. I'll feel better. Once the ideas are actually things and not just ideas, I'll feel a lot better. I'm gonna put them on the Magna rack when I take them somewhere, but I'm gonna store them in the cabinet now instead. That's a good plan. Yeah, foam's annoying. Especially if you have stuff sticking out everywhere. But yeah, if you want to see my adventures in YouTube, like and subscribe over there. All right, I'm trying to decide if we can work on the gold here while that's all drying. Like if I have enough to hold on to. I'm tempted to stick this on a handle and start working on it. Which maybe that's what we do. Let's go ahead and do that. What does everyone have planned for the rest of today? What do we got going on, chat? While I get this set up. Whoops. I have to work out after stream. And then I think I'm going to airbrush our next night, so we have those ready. We've got a couple projects we can work on. I definitely want a Chaos Night ready for Power Wash Sim Day, which I guess I should go over that too. This week, we've got a busy week, chat. We're going to have a Wednesday stream. So tomorrow is regular paint day. Tuesday is paint and then Power Wash Sim. We're going to do the 40K DLC for Power Wash Sim. That'll be a long stream day. It doesn't go up until noon. So we're going to paint and then go into gaming. And then Wednesday, we have a cozy stream planned with a video game. I got one of the Wholesome Games people reached out with a code. So we're going to play a game on Wednesday. So it'll be a busy week here. And so it's got an existential crisis lined up for the afternoon. It's nice when you can plan those out. That's nice. Ravenlord's got housework, going to my parents for dinner. Foam is why the poor skeeters have one wing each. Malifaux's too fiddly for anything other than magnets. Yeah. Yeah. Malifaux's definitely rough. Some of the Wake the Dead box had a lot of small parts that I've already had to place back. I'm gonna have to like protect with my life once they're all together. I'm afraid to touch them. That's what's gonna take the day organizing minis. Reginald's gonna try and put together miniatures. My ever-growing plastic models. You got this. I believe. It's so hard to not to stop and repaint them too. All right. Go ahead and just start sketching out our highlights here. Be toward the top of this piece. We are hopping in and just adding to what I started, God, forever ago. We're done still moving boxes from house to another house. Paperwork. Get bedding set up for the week. That's a good plan. That's an important bit of all the stuff you're moving. In all seriousness, I'm going to finish this outline, take some glamour photos. Let's go. I'm excited to see them. I need to join you in glamour shots for my lizards. It reminds me that it works. Everywhere you bring them, bring super glue. We always try to for tournaments and stuff to throw the super glue in a bag. Because every time someone needs it. It's just part of it. It's part of the tournament experience. Needing to glue something back. Wednesday stream. Back this week, we are going to be playing a video game. Yeah. I think I kind of like the idea of Wednesday being, if we're in a good spot, we'll stream. If there's stuff I need to work on, I'll work on stuff. Kind of like that. Little Mouse and I are going to go play Magic after stream. Try not to die in Kingdom Death. Hell yeah. Kingdom Death Day. Is this your first game? If not, someone will. I buy the one used tubes just for that. That says I'm watching Super Glue not dry on the Ignis Art Chicken. Uh-oh. Do we have some zip kick? Sounds like maybe needed. I have a specific toolbox with model repair gear in it. It's a good plan. Especially for tournaments and things. Someone's gonna need it. It's our first attempt at Kingdom Death. You got this. I'm excited to see what you guys think. I can try to help with rules, but it's been a bit since I have played as well. I have Accelerator, but I hate using it. Do you know the trick to not spray it, but to drop it on? Brother has a lot of old metal orc models that like to break. That'll do it, yeah. Be prepared for the orc. If you don't know the trick, or if someone else is like, what the heck is she talking about? If you have the smaller bottles of the accelerator, rather than using the spray nozzle, if you unscrew it and just drip it on from the bottom of the tubing, then you get a better placement. You don't have to soak your model in the accelerator. You don't have to use as much. That's what we do for ours, and it helps quite a bit. So if you've not used it that way, I'll share that. Just dunk it on in there, yeah. Just dip the entire thing. Accelerator is an absolute necessity with Malifaux models. The fiddly joints, yeah. You can't even get enough of a match for plastic glue sometimes. I've definitely had to use the accelerator, yeah. I love Malifaux, but some of those joins are rough. The newer models are definitely better. Like, you can tell that they put a lot of time into some of the newer stuff. So they're not quite as annoying. But Some of those older ones are still rough. Yeah. Less fumes is what's making. Yeah. Imagine. Imagine. It couldn't be me, ladies. Okay, hon. I got you, Slam. Sorry, I'm pulling up the render again. What colors do we want to do on the sword? I feel like we already have. I feel like we need to go a more neutral silver. But we still need a little bit of that blue. Less fumes, please. I feel like maybe we dip more into turquoisey blue. Or we just start with neutral gray and build up from there. I don't want to go full power sword, but we definitely need some blue into this metallic. So I'm getting a little stuck. I feel like I have a headache for 3 days. Oh, when I use that stuff. Yes, if you take it apart and then just drip it from the end of the spray thing, that should help you out a bit. Yeah. Rather than just spraying it on and all those fumes. That should help you. Sorry, chat, I'm a little stuck. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. Like what works best with our overall scheme here. Thank you, Sadie, for your input. I think we're gonna stick with our dark because it's still got it's got a little bit of a blue to it, is why I like it. Thinking about it here. I use my masculine crowd because the fumes. Okay, let's try dark gray. We're gonna thin this down. Pretty thin. I know this will work with our blue because it's got a touch of blue in it. And I think that's a good place to start. If we don't like it, we just take it back to white. Not a big deal. But we just gotta get it started. Maybe we do just go power sword with it. Work it a little bit. Even the dripping is bad. It should be less, though. It should be less than if you're just full-on spraying it. You know? Is it still, like, pleasant? No. But it should be less. Idea, what you got? Paint as hands of an antique clock. I like the idea. I'm trying to think how it would be different than what I've got in my brain. Because I feel like it needs to be different than the gold, right? We already have black. Like a lot of black and blue. I like the idea, though. If you go full power sword and don't like it, you can always dial it back. The idea was to add the blue kind of as a tint over this as I go, was my initial thought. But you're right. Let's work it a little bit and we'll see how we feel. Oh, goodness. Murdoch Miniatures, thank you so much for that raid. Sorry, my sound scared me. How was your stream? Welcome everybody coming in. We are working on the Guardian of Time from CA Sculpts. This is her really cool glaive that I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it. But here she is. She has these really cool wings. I go back here. And then that glaive will be out in front of her. So that's what I've got. How was your stream? What were you up to today? What did we have? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Chat, you know what to do. If you want to check out some more minis here on Twitch, we'll find out exactly what they had here in a moment. But go give a follow. Go check out the stream. Thank you so much. Made a lot of friends. We love to hear that. Welcome in, new friends. Happy to have you. Maybe the shadow of the glaive on the base, as if it were the hands. Good. I don't know positioning wise if that works super great. I don't get a lot of room to make changes. Come here. It'll go here. So we could add the shadow for, it'll just be a little bit in front. Like it's more the color composition than anything, chat, that I'm trying to figure out. Because I don't want to do gold, I don't want to do black. I think silver will work, but just silver seems very boring. I didn't even notice the non-metallic. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. We've been hopping all over the place, so I may not have had it on screen there. You know you want to do non-metallic. The dark sea blue is already on her, so like it makes sense to do it. I think getting the base for it is what I'm, yeah. Things to bring the blue in is best. I think to keep it overall consistent, yeah. Well, that's what we got. I think, yeah, let's just do the gray. We'll do the blue over it, and we'll see where that's at. If we don't like it, we change it. Stop slam. Oh, is it when I fumbled my word? God damn it, Slam. Because this title is very, very long, and I fumbled it. You can put it with your Baja Blast. I did have a little bit, yeah. Turns out, Neriah, Guardian of Time, is really hard to say over and over and over. That's true. Well, it wasn't that. I'm messing up more stuff? Great. Cool. You can, yeah, go ahead and hit me with my, my self-confidence needs another hit today. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Alden Rex, thank you so much for that sub. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We are working on this model here that now I'm afraid to say. Trying to get our silly glaive started. Where's this model from? This is a model from CA Sculpts. Initially it was sold through, I think, Robot Rocket. But I believe you can now get the STL directly from CA Sculpts if you are interested. Queen of Time, there we go. I usually miss your live streams and watch over on the YouTubes. Thank you so much for coming to check us out from YouTube. I appreciate that. How was your weekend? Or if you're headed back to Lurk, I hope you have a good rested weekend. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm trying to be better about the YouTubes and work on more stuff over there. It's been fun figuring all that out coming from Twitch. Can you share today's work? In the Discord you can. We don't bring anything up on stream, but in the Discord you sure can. Feel free to throw it in there. Oh, there's CA Sculpt Store if you guys want to check it out. Hey, All7, welcome in. Oh, you probably hear this so much. You're so talented. The headpiece is so sick. The gradient from light to dark on the blue. And the skirt robe is magnificent. So fluid. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. How are you today? Thank you, thank you. She's been a really fun piece. We actually started, I'll back up here. We started her a while back on another sub Sunday. And I set her aside and I never came back to her. So with Sub Sunday, my chat gets to vote on what we work on, and they decided to bring her back. So that is why we are working on her today, is to try and get her a little further along. We won't finish her today, but she's much further than she was when we started, which is exciting. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. How are you? Making some ramen and back to Lurk. Enjoy the ramen. Thank you so much. Sarkarius, hello. How we doing? Noob. You're He was asking for a bonkin. He was asking for it. I was at a friend's yesterday partying. Most of today has been spent on back or sides, sleeping, trying to get better. All right, let's get back to what's here. And a little bit of light here. And then, yeah, I think adding in that blue will help us. I'm going to go ahead and sketch out along the blade. I'll just take this back to white because it's going to be easier. We'll add it back in. Not a lot of room to play with it there. Engagement is engagement. YouTube cares not where the vote flows. Yeah, but it flows better if you do up. Like, a lot better. You get me into YouTube trouble if you downvote me. But it's been interesting learning YouTube. It's very different than streaming. The fact that I have to, yeah, have a script, so I'm working on my next really bad fanfic for Piccolo here. Having a script is weird. Getting some of the B-roll and stuff figured out. Very different. I'm gonna tell YouTube. Riot named their game, yes, 2XKO. What do you think? I think it's an odd choice. 2XKO. Is anyone else interested in what used to be Project L and is now 2XKO? I think the marketing team bleeped up their shit. It's been really interesting them, like, watching them trying to get away from, like, adding League into the names of their games. Like, trying to, like, branch out a bit more. And then figuring out how they want to do that. So obviously it's not in the title there. It's because a lot of people, myself included, have that stigma of the toxicity of League. Say, I think I would just call it double KO, and that's what I've, like, said in my head when I read it. I think Project L was still better. Yeah, I would agree with that. Double KO makes more sense. Rolls off the tongue a little better. Project L was a better name? Yeah. The Heresy event I've been painting for is part of a larger tournament in several games, so I messed up. The tickets for a sleeping arrangement I was waiting for never offered and is sold out. 2-day event with no place to sleep. Guess I'm saying I'm sorry to hear that, Sarkarius. So they were going to have, like, a special hotel block, I'm guessing? That now they aren't doing? I'm sorry to hear that. That's frustrating. This feels really dark, but, like, the piece overall is kind of dark. So maybe it's okay. Yeah, I think we're okay. It's still not perfect by any means, but I think we're okay. Still a lot of work to do, but I think it'll be alright. Yeah, we'll do it. Just don't sleep. There you go. Just after the last game, find a table over in the corner. Curl up there. That is frustrating though, Sergarius. I'm sorry. I know Scott has also turned down, like, events and stuff with just related around hotel blocks and things. By the time you're already traveling somewhere, then you've got to add in hotel and just everything else required to do an event. It's frustrating when it doesn't work out. Or they require even more stuff from you. I'm sorry. And then, yeah, you've spent all this time working on the army for it. That is tough. I start the road trip. Oh, for Adepticon? I mean, right around Adepticon. We won't be going, like, early or anything. Don't forget to stop in Oklahoma. We're gonna not stop anywhere in Oklahoma. My plan is to speedrun Oklahoma, because it's the worst ever. I hate Oklahoma. Hard Baja Blast is kind of the only reason we would. And that might be a good shout, as much as I don't want to stay in that state any longer than I have to. Maybe for Hard Baja Blast we do. Maybe it's worth it. God, I hate Oklahoma. Tony, thank you for the reminder. If you guys have not voted for Sub Sunday, I'll probably leave it open through tomorrow. But if you want to vote, we've got Malifaux, we've got Titanicus, and we've got Eldar. If you want to see any of those, make sure you vote. Oklahoma may be bearable while drinking a Hard Baja Blast. It's just Scott speeding through Oklahoma while I have Hard Baja Blasts. Bearable for me, probably not for Scott. I got my Baja Blasted in Oklahoma on a t-shirt. Yeah, we can't get it here in Texas, so maybe. Alright. Glaive is getting there. We're gonna go ahead and start the other, like, side of it. And then that's probably when I will go get some lunch. I am hungry. I think that's kind of a good stop point for today. Thank you, chat, for making me get her back out, though. Surely Oklahoma can't be worse than the barren wastelands that are Kansas and Nebraska. It's been a while since I have been through Kansas and Nebraska. But I really, really, really hate Oklahoma. I don't think I can overstate how much I hate that state. It's just nothing but redneck town. Nothing to redneck town. And you have to go slow. Because there are the redneck towns. You can't even, like, speed your way through the state. Because you have to slow down for these little redneck towns. Hate it. Hate everything about Oklahoma. Do you have to deliver anything at Adepticon this year? I was kind of thinking if we can get Thranduil ready. I'll see if Mousebait would like Thranduil. But I don't want to rush him, so I'm afraid to commit to it, if I'm honest. If Thranduil is ready and we're both happy with where he's at, maybe Thranduil. That would be it, though. But yeah, if he's not ready, then... Yeah, or if you don't want to add him to the stack of games you're wanting to bring. Totally makes sense. He was the only one I thought of, though. That's a... Wonder if this will be the year you get your Scott hug. Have to wait and see. I'm not liking your odds, but we'll wait and see. Nope. Just like that. Just like that. Scott gives hugs? No. I can get fist bumps, though. If you find me, give me a fist bump. The state should just build a giant Autobahn through the flat, empty states. As long as your car can go fast, there's no speed limits. It should be. I've had friends pulled over in Nebraska because of nothing out there. This isn't turning out how I want it to. That's okay. Get there. Everyone make sure to give Scott... Oh, I'm sorry. One free Scott hug on site. Felix just ran in this room, jumped over my son's roller chair, skated like 4 feet while yowling as... So the one cute thing while we were watching Molly is Sadie kept wanting to play with her by bringing her burger toy in and like trying to give it to Molly. It was really, really cute. But of course, Molly is almost 13. Doesn't really want to play with Sadie. Which is probably good because I think Sadie would probably end up hurting her on accident. It's quite a bit bigger. And she's no problem just throwing paws around. But it was really cute to watch. It was really cute. I felt bad. So you have 3 friends going to Adepticon, all in the Star Wars Legion World Championship. Very cool. It's a good time. I like Adepticon quite a bit. They do a nice job with events and just kind of organization. They're definitely outgrowing the place, but they do a nice job. I feel like just every year more and more people go. It's great. I want to say thank you again, everyone, for coming to hang out, spend part of your Sunday with us, especially for a not a Warhammer day. I can't state how much that means to me. Thank you for coming to hang out today. I hope you guys enjoy some of the video game stuff this week. I think it could be really fun to mix it up and bring Wednesday streams with some different stuff. So we've talked about a few games. Obviously, Power Wash Sim's an easy one to do with the 40k DLC, but I hope this week is fun. I hope you guys come check out what we got. Probably be playing along. Let's go. Yeah, so it should be a fun week. Thank you for coming to check it out. Really appreciate it. And here at work, we will have the VODs. Yep. Have the VODs. Basing's done. Let's go, paint it so. Well done. Let's go. Wednesday streams are back for now. We're going to leave Wednesday as a kind of an open day. If I need to YouTube, we will YouTube. If I think I'm good and I've got stuff scheduled, then we'll stream. And we'll just leave it as an optional day. I think is the best way to do it right now. Working out stream, doing IRL trips to Torchies. The plan, again, big picture, is more streaming and then a little bit, how do I put this, more selective with commissions. I can't do the big armies until I fall over. I can't do it. But if we can do more tutorials, more YouTube, and then selective commissions, yeah, that's the goal right there. And then we get more stuff. More video gaming, more whatever we want to do. They won 4 out of the 6 tickets our country got from AMG. So offered one. The idea of that many people in noise sent me to the fetal position, so give it to someone else. It's also expensive coming over. I totally understand. Adepticon is a lot of people. I can share last year, the last day I was not feeling well. My anxiety was... Sorry, everyone, where I disappeared there for a bit, but my anxiety was acting up. Completely understand. It is a lot. Even when it's not Warhammer stuff. Warhammer's what drew me in originally. I always make sure I'm here because community is so fun. Helps me ease the life stress and stuff right now. You're all so awesome to hang out with. No, you. Thank you, Ravenlord. For that. That's really sweet. Thanks for hanging out. I guess as far as like talking long term, that's what I want to build, is we can do more fun stuff together. It doesn't have to be Warhammer. We can take a day and do a silly video game. We can take a day and work on something else. That's kind of my end goal, I guess. If that makes sense. More select. No, like the idea would be keeping regular projects, returning projects, and I don't have to, how do I put it? I have to cut down the batch painting. I have to cut down the Black Legion type projects. I can't do that. I need more characters and things. And then just returning clients. Happy to keep that. But I can't be doing those giant F-off projects anymore. I can't do it. I can't do it. Catching up here. Do 5 guys, then a character or vehicle. Yeah, so the project I'm talking about is we did like 15,000 points of Black Legion. I can't do that anymore. Right now, I can't afford to turn that down. In the future, I would like to be able to turn that down, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. I'd like to be able to say, no, I can't do that. Right now, I cannot. I have to take that project to make bills. You need an intern? Yeah, nah. This is my baby. My baby. But that's what I can't be doing that for forever. Your mix of stuff, yeah. No, like you, Argello, all of that, great. That's great. I can't do the F off big projects anymore. I can't do it. Right now, I can't afford to turn those down. At some point, I would like to be able to turn those down. Yeah, for those who weren't here during the Black Legion Day, when Nikki says 15,000 points, that's not an exaggeration. No, it was actually 15,000 points. Yeah. This year, I guess for my regulars, we are figuring out how to be a little bit more sustainable. That's my big goal. And why you might see me get frustrated some weeks is we're going to be trying a lot of stuff to get that to where I can do that sustainably. Or still do the commission sustainably, but add in other stuff where I'm not just miserable. Does that make sense? Yeah, we'll get so the plan is work toward the 60-40 split, get YouTube rolling, and see where that gets us. That's the plan. From there, we adjust. Well, let's put it in a nutshell. Yeah. You don't want 40 heavy intercessors and 40 intercessors and 20 assault intercessors? They're all the same guy. I mean, end goal. I want to do more of this. Please send me more men's to paint. I want to do that. I want to do Kingdom Death commissions. I want to do display stuff. Instead of, 100 of the same Marine. Full chapter all at once. It's all about the B-roll buzz. That's right. Yeah, we're going to mix things up because I can't do that. I can't do that. But I hope that was, I don't know if that helped anyone when they're like, what the heck is she trying to do? Trying to make it more sustainable for myself and more fun, honestly. Just I want to have more fun with streaming. I want to have more fun with what we work on. $100 display level clan rats. Grady, get out. It was nice to see you. Now go away. Just kidding. Stay here, Grady. Just being mean. I think that's, especially if you're newer here. Like, I've been streaming Warhammer for like 6-7 years. I need something different. Just creatively. I can't do the same thing over and over and over. Or I'm actually going to end it right now. Please let me experiment with new things or else. Display stuff and rando stuff is more fun to watch. I wish that was the general sentiment, but I do wish that. I very much wish that. You're not part of the core 40k audience, yeah. The difficult part with Warhammer is that there are days where if I am not working on Warhammer, people just don't show up. Or socials, they won't like it. They won't do the same thing that I've already built up. It's a matter of working through that, and there's some growing pains with that. So thank you, everyone, for checking out the new stuff. Keep thinking of sending in a commission. Every time I think of a model, I'm like, oh, I actually want to paint that. I want you to get there too. I don't want to paint, I'm sorry, I don't want to paint my own yellow. I want you to be happy. But that's the thing, is I can still work on your stuff. The salamanders I like working on too. But it means I don't have to take a F off Black Legion Commission. You know, that's the thing. It's those giant soul-draining projects that I won't have to take anymore because I can afford to not take them. That's the goal. The dual stream, yes. I have Japanese pop on Scott's stream, the deathiest of death metal before I had to turn it all off. Yay, yeah, that's the goal there, Line Madness. Yeah. It just needs to be sustainable. I know I'm at time. We're gonna do one last highlight here and then I'll head out. So, before I head out, a reminder, we've got video games this week. On Tuesday, we're gonna do Power Wash Sim with the 40k DLC. And Wednesday, we're gonna have a cozy stream with some video gaming. So if you guys want to join for that. Off stream, I'm gonna be working on Chaos Knights and getting Mr. Piccolo's videos together. But we've got a busy week this week. I'm pretty excited. How long is the commission waitlist? If you have an army, we're into summer. If you have a character, we would have room probably, we'd be looking after Adepticon. The army commission list is a lot. It's a lot. I just know when Vatrek gets the wolf boy, the jealousy's gonna kick into overdrive. If you have a character, we can get something worked in. Like we've got Thranduil and I've got the lion that we're working on right now. After that, I can start to look at that. But the army commissions are what's tying things up a bit, just because they take so much more time. Yeah. All right, chat. Here's where I'm gonna get lunch. Here is where the glaive is. I'm gonna probably redo a bit of this. I don't like how that's... I think I need to look at my light source again before I get that figured out. But we got a lot done on her, so thank you, chat, for bullying me to get her back out. I think she's coming along nicely. She's just, I want to get her right, you know? She's just a really pretty project, and we're going to put a lot of love into it before she's done. So, thank you, everyone. If you want to vote for the next Sub Sunday, !vote. We've got some fun projects to either start or finish, depending on where it is. Thank you, Sly. I'm glad we're back to her. Because she tied with the cat, I'll show you the cat also. He is down to kind of the potions and things that I just need to figure out how I want to do. And we'll get him done, and then they will both be out of my backlog, which is pretty great. We will be back tomorrow, though, I think with Chaos Knights. So probably Chaos Knights. If they're not ready, maybe Thranduil comes back on. We'll have Games Workshop of some sort tomorrow. If you want to check out what else we're working on, if you want to check out the Imperial Fists we're finishing up, those are in my socials. The Discord is where we're hanging out in between streams, so if you want to come join us there. And then YouTube. YouTube, we are building up quite a bit. I am about to do another anime repaint video. Our January challenge is up, if you want to check that out. Tutorials coming to YouTube. Go like and subscribe over there. Ring bells, all the things. Darius, thank you so much. Welcome in. How are you? But yeah, I think I'm just going to end it here today because I'm just going to get some lunch. So we're just going to wrap up here. Thank you to everyone who came and hang out today. Thank you so much for all the support. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.